bleary seaside town of Brinecliffe was always quiet, until one day, mysterious portals to the astral plane start to open up around town, letting nightmare monsters in. Now, an intrepid group of adventurers needs to traverse the astral plane in their dreams and close the portals before anything too dangerous gets through. This is Dungeons and Dreamquests. To our fourth session of Dungeons and Dreamquests. Unfortunately, Stevie is running a bit late due to some technical issues, but we're gonna have our lovely artificer Rizzy busy inventing stuff in her room in the meantime. And I'm Jackie. I am the DM. And who the hell are you people?
I'm Eliza. I play Elindir, the Twilight Cleric.
Hi, I am Megan. I'm the Health Ranger.
Oh, you're cutting out a little bit for me. Sorry.
Who am I?
It's a little aggressive.
Yeah.
It doesn't say like that. Yeah, I'm Megan, half elf ranger, and Mallory's covered in crap.
Okay. Your audio's still a little hiccupy.
Do you have it just as an open mic, or do you have it trying to detect your voice? Because that's what it seems like it's doing.
Oh, weird. Let me look.
That I heard clear.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, and you were fine before.
So strange.
It was cutting out a little bit for me before, but
A
it was
little bit.
passable. Yeah.
It is on voice activity, like it. Any better?
I think so.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I should say to double check.
I think it does fade out a little bit, but we can maybe work around it.
Weird. Let me know if it gets better or worse.
Okay. But so far, you're coming in a bit clearer.
Hopefully it'll stay that way.
Yep. Okay. So, what happened during our last session?
Things.
Things.
Yeah, no, there were... Oh, handy dandy journal.
Yep.
Lots of things. Some of my more, let's say, odd fish. We did. Oh, we found the.
You're cutting out again.
I'll be.
You might get a more reliable response if you set up push to talk, and then...
Yeah, that might work better. Unfortunately, I also kind of am sick with what is probably the flu. So my voice is a little froggy, and I will probably be coughing every now and then. And around 4ish, I'm gonna have to go for a refill on my Dayquil.
I'm just vibing.
Yep. Is the music playing on Twitch? It's hard to tell.
Let's see if our handy dandy audience can let us know.
Yep. Oh, okay. Stevie just messaged that the AT&T guy just got there. Okay, not that he can hear. Okay, so I'm gonna try to fix that. Okay. Oh, we lost our Megan.
No.
Trying to figure out how to get the whatchamacallit music to play in here. Voice meter, virtual input. Is there a way I can... Properties... Okay, let's see if I can add audio input capture.
I'm just gonna roll for bones real quick and see how we're doing.
Yep.
Nope. No bones. Nope.
No bones day.
No bones.
Okay, where is it in voice meter?
Okay. Having to roll off just in case. Nope. That's also no bones.
I'm just gonna mute you for a second just so I can check the audio. Okay. You're unmuted. So let's
Fantastic.
hardware out.
Okay.
Voice meter VIO. Hmm.
Sorry.
No worries. We were sorting out music at the same time, so
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I rolled for bones. It didn't go well.
Yup.
Let's see here.
Trying to figure out how to get the music. I know I did it before, and it's really bugging me now. Oh, Eliza has an echo? Okay. Gonna change that up a little bit.
Does my microphone actually work better now?
I hear you better.
Okay. All right. I'll take a win.
Okay, cool. That is good.
It was like
It
you
does.
can't push to talk and look at like the other tabs at the same time, so it made me download the app. I was like, oh great.
Yeah, I could do that. Okay, just gonna check something quickly.
We'll go through with the echo and call it my godly gravitas. And just
Yeah.
the divine class reverb feature.
Fine class reverb. Each. I wish. Okay, I think I got the music working. Cool. Now, okay, so what the heck happened last session?
I feel cursed to talk now.
You've got this. I believe in you. Why? Because you hold the notebook. And it's better than Elendir trying to give the rundown.
Okay, so let's see here. Starting from the top of my session notes, it says one I did forget about. A gnome woman watched us, so keep that in mind. But we did find and purchase a trout with a crab claw on it. And then we went back to the cave because our darling Rizzy had not been to the caves to see the things that we had seen. And so we ventured in and found the chest with the socks and the creepy book in it. And then I had a mild hallucination panic attack in a hallway. And let's see,
Brizzy had a thing too, so.
That's right. When she picks up the book, there
Mhm.
was some, what do you say, kickback.
Fear effect. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Um,
not fun.
Yeah. The
No,
book
immediately put that in an e-girl sock and
That's right. We did put it in the e-girl sock.
Yeah. I forgot that you found some funky thigh highs in the mix of
Mhm.
socks.
That was a solid catch. I mean, that's an excellent addition to any inventory. Is
Oh, for
funky.
sure.
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh, and then while I had a terrible headache, you guys spent a bunch of time chatting with Farmer Mark in regards to unionization.
Yeah, you're fomenting a rebellion slowly. Just
Yeah, just kind of put the feelers out, just to
Mhm.
make sure rebellions, on their palate limits.
yeah. Peaceful rebellion.
Yeah, peaceful. We don't need
No,
violence. Just
tasteful.
light
Tasteful.
uprising. And then, of course, the temple. I've never seen a temple before. It was very exciting. And let's see, what else? A couple of offerings at the temple. Oh, and then we went back to the tavern and found the flumps in the cellar, and then watched them jaunt over the town, and it appears that there's a whole freaking bunch of them out there doing bad stuff to all the brains who are trying to sleep.
Not about that. Not about that at all.
So I think that's right where we kind of ended. I think I had run out into the street and
Mhm.
was watching several unhappy pancakes kind of closing in and out of the buildings that they were hovering over, and realized that we in fact were not up against just a couple.
Yep. There were a
Gosh,
bunch
dang
of those angry
pumpernickels.
pancakes.
Dang nabbit.
And we left off with you seeing them kind of float off into the residential section of Brinecliffe.
Jerks.
The audacity.
I swear.
Quite rude. It's quite rude.
Angry pancakes.
So yeah, I think that about sums up our excitement for sure. Pancakes everywhere.
Yep.
Quite rude.
So, what would you like to do? Rizzy says, I have to go to the bathroom and freshen up. And she kind of just tiptoes over to the room that she has taken over.
Did we all run out together? Are we all outside now, staring into the
Well,
window?
you and I, at the very least.
The two of you, yeah. I'll say that Rizzy excused herself to go powder her nose before you ran out.
Illinger. There's so many. Where do we start?
I'm a little at a loss here because we discussed in the last session that the guards probably weren't seeing these, and
Are there any locals standing nearby?
You see that the lady who was running the little trinket shop, the little, stall that's selling different doodads and knickknacks, is busy packing up for the day. She's on the town square.
Ma'am. Do you
Yes?
see that? Do you see them?
I don't know. See what? She does not.
The flumps.
She looks down and is trying to make sure that nobody's trying to steal her wares.
No, in the sky!
They are not like straight up. They're kind of like off to the side.
And as I attempt to point at them, and I look at Ilandir like, they are real, right?
I mean, I see them, but that doesn't account for much.
Oh.
We're gonna need help. Like,
Yeah, I think we should head over to that neighborhood and try to see if we can keep up with them.
Okay.
I'll follow you into the dark.
Yeah, the sun is... Sorry, hairball. The sun is slowly setting over the town of Brinecliffe. It's nice. And the fog kind of catches the last rays of sunlight in this sort of glowy angle. And it kind of illuminates the whole area with this sort of orangey glow.
Lovely.
Yep. I'm going to put Rizzy's Mini as being out of town, and you are here. And your crab. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the residential area that we are sort of headed towards would be like over here.
It'd be up towards this way.
Okay, cool. That's what I was attempting to. Okay.
Okay. So, what are your passive perceptions?
It's not perception. Let's see here. 14.
Okay.
13.
Okay, not bad. Yeah, so I'll say you don't even have to roll for it since you're actively, like, tracking them floating through the sky. They're not particularly fast. I mean, if you know what you're looking for and you're watching them, they don't exactly just vanish on you. And they're just kind of drifting up into the sky. And you're, and then they kind of start to sink down as they find a house that's to their liking. Okay. They go up to a small little stone shack. And it doesn't seem to have any lights on the inside.
Is the door unlocked? I shake the handle.
The door is locked.
I look at Ilandir like, I'm proud of them, but also disappointed.
You know what? If we're doing this, I'm gonna try to wake up the residents first. So I'm just gonna full arm knock on this door. Just...
Okay, sure. Make a strength check to see how hard you can knock.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Oh.
I like that noise.
Yeah, that was a journey right there.
It's like I got this. I do things on occasion, and add a 1 to that.
Okay, so a total of 3. Yeah, you try to knock, but it seems like this door has kind of like a layer of moss on it that kind of absorbs the blow. It's quite nice to look at.
Here I am, fully armored, and I'm just like, should have thought that through.
Yeah. So whoever dwells within this hut does not seem to stir.
Great. How many? I start looking around for additional entrance or for windows.
There's 2 sizable windows on the front, and then on the back you saw that there was another window kind of towards the top of this house in sort of the belfry.
Probably in
Okay.
the front to start.
Okay.
I'm breaking in.
Yeah, you're breaking
I
and
love how
entering.
quickly you
Alright.
went to I'm breaking in. Olendir's
Okay.
trying to knock on the door.
You
Small town. We leave our doors unlocked. They're indignant.
okay? Fair. Yeah, you go to open the window. And the window is unlocked. As you do you try to crawl in?
Yes, I would like to attempt to crawl.
Okay. There's an empty flower like a window box, flower box. You had to kind of like crawl over. And right next to the window, you see that there's a little table with like a little crocheted tablecloth doily thing that you're kind of trying not to knock onto the floor. Some coasters. Yeah, some little coasters made of porcelain of some sort.
I'll do
Make a stealth check.
16.
Okay. Nobody seems to respond to anything. And you see that the interior of this shack it's a cute little stone cabin, you know? Very plain wooden furniture. You can see that there's a little hearth there that is very well used. And then a small staircase going up to some sort of upper loft area.
Okay. I almost run directly to the staircase, but then remember that my friend is out front. And
Okay.
briskly turn and open the door.
Okay.
But as I open the door, I'm like, should we let them sleep? And then I'm like, wait, no. Be loud. It's okay to be loud. And I open the door for you and head directly towards the staircase.
Okay.
Olendir's gonna call out and see if anybody's home, as we have now
Okay.
broken into their home.
Yeah, let me roll a perception check.
Just, you know,
Actually,
hello,
no. I'd
is
say that this would
anyone
be this would be more of a constitution to see if she can stay asleep. She fails her con save, so she wakes up. Oh, what do you want? No deliveries! I already told you!
No, not a delivery person, ma'am.
We're here to save you! I yell.
Not interested in converting! Already found whatever god it is that you're selling.
Oh, your
No, I
physical
don't-
body is in danger. I care not about your spiritual soul.
Yeah, I mean, I care a little, but...
I like look at you like, sorry. Pretty.
Okay, we have Stevie and Rizzy.
we are a hot mess without you.
Oh
Just
goodness.
Oh, baby.
I'm guessing Rizzy was probably in a wheelbarrow somewhere, just got distracted.
well, you said you had to go powder your nose.
Yeah,
And-
I decided that you were going to just run to the bathroom and refresh yourself.
Yeah. There's probably just like torn up pieces of parchment that are just sort of like she's carrying them around in her purse right now. Like it might just be a stack. But no.
Well, we are certainly a mess without you. We're breaking and entering into people's homes.
You're breaking and entering.
Okay.
I
You
knocked
were
on the
there.
door, and then when you opened the door, I stepped in and called out to the homeowner.
Oh
You
no.
participated.
In what way? I told you no.
You were there, and it's fine. It's for the good of the person.
We don't
who
even
lives
know
here.
they're in trouble.
This is important. This is very important.
I mean, I'm not super versed on L'Ariel law, but I know in my shell that kind of thing tends to be considered trespassing. So
It's to save her life.
Minor
I'm a
detail.
hero.
Minor
I'm a
detail.
hero.
I can't.
So anyway, we're in this
So-
poor woman's home.
Yeah, why don't you fill Stevie in? So,
Yes,
so Maladove, you have broken into this little old lady's house,
correct.
and you open the door to get Ilandir in, and Rizzy is running along, trying to catch up with the rest of you.
Excellent. So
I'm not over the threshold. I'm literally like craning it. I'm not in because that's
I am standing in this woman's home, covered in a swarm of crabs. Like, come on, we gotta save her. And I turn towards the staircase again and kind of hear you guys behind me hollering and am speaking with this woman up the stairs. Well, hollering at her.
I'm not interested in being saved, and I don't want to be delivered, and I'm perfectly content with my my oil deliveries. Thank you.
I'm gonna continue up the staircase. I'm on a mission here. I'm sure the flumps are there, and I am gonna save this woman's life, so.
Okay. Oh no, we lost Eliza.
Oh no!
It is indeed another no bones day.
But I am, yeah, absolutely headed that direction. There she is.
Okay, she is back.
little Discord hiccup right there.
Yep. Discord's
Yeah.
gonna Discord.
I mean, Rizzy is usually pretty quick. Like, she knows quite a handful of monks who can easily outrun her, but for the most part,
Yeah, you caught up pretty quick, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sure
yeah.
You're at the threshold and hearing me holler and run up the staircase as you can see around old Ilandir there, who's hesitant, but I'm sure we're on the right track here, so.
Yeah. I mean, what happens though anytime we come across like an upturned cart? Rizzy for some reason just feels compelled to clean things up a little bit.
As one does.
It's true. Very true.
Yeah.
Well, I run up the stairs, so you do as you see fit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm following them.
Just, ma'am, we have reason to believe you're in imminent danger. As
That's what they'll say. Make a persuasion check.
okay, let's see.
And I'm
Persuasion.
like, I don't
Oh,
care.
hey, it's something I'm supposed to be decent at. We'll see what happens. Shouldn't have framed it. I shouldn't have framed it. I can feel it already.
Oh, nice.
Ma'am.
You
Nat 20, yes.
You see this very elderly gnomish lady in her bedroom, and she's kind of huddled under her quilt with a flump floating menacingly above her pillow, and she kind of flaps over the quilt and looks up, and she says, "By the goddess, what is that? Get that thing out of here, please, please, and thank you." Roll initiative.
It's gonna be a 13.
Well, that was my one useful thing tonight.
Aww.
Then I got a 1.
Oh.
11.
Okay, so we're going to Theater of the Mind this one. Because it's just one flump.
How hard can it be?
How hard could it be?
Theoretically.
Where's my initiative tracker? There we go. So we have a 3 for Ilandir. Hold on, gotta find a flump. There we go. Flump. That one rolled just to an 11. And Rizzy rolled also an 11. And you have the same dex, so we're going to do a roll off. You versus the flump.
Okay. Just a straight d20? Or?
Yep, straight d20.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you the 12. You go before the flump. And what did Maladove roll?
13.
13, okay. So you go first with a 13.
All right. I do love thwacking pancakes. So
And this is close quarters here.
Yeah. I am going to, kind of... I already ran up the stairs, so I'm pretty confident I can just see that thing and just swing right at it with my my big pointy quarterstaff.
Yep.
Give it over. This is gonna be a nat 20 to hit.
Nice. How does this go?
I am like almost still on a run as I come up here and watch this gnomish woman like pull the blankets back in panic as I yell, "We will save you!" and swing my giant pointy quarterstaff directly at this pancake in an attempt to like smack it against a wall in the other side of the room, and I just hit it
Okay.
hard.
Roll your damage.
Alright.
And remember, we're doing max damage plus a roll.
Okay. So here. Gotta. Sorry, I'm using real dice today and dropping them apparently. Okay, so that's gonna be 9, 10, 11. Wait, 12. Because you said max plus a roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be 12, and then if there's something left, my crabs will take a swing at it.
There is nothing left. You have obliterated this. You have one punch man this flump.
I feel very strongly about these slumps, so
Yeah.
sounds right.
And the little old lady is just kind of cowering under her quilt, looking up at
Don't
you.
worry, ma'am. As I'm like holding my giant, ridiculous quarterstaff of doom.
Who are you, and what was that?
Well, I'm Maladove. I am a friend. Who
Did you
opened
get
the
it?
window. And this is a very bad dream monster, kind of. Not looking for good. It's not a friend. I'm so sorry that he chose your home to come to.
Well, you got it, didn't you?
Rizzy's going.
Oh yeah. Well, he's gone. He's a goner. The crabs are like pulling pieces of the. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What is Rizzy doing?
Rizzy's running up the stairs, doing her best not like to run up the proper stairs. It's difficult sometimes. She has to pay attention to. But huffing and puffing, probably runs in, sees just the goop everywhere.
Mhm.
With the ectoplasm or whatever, the astral ectoplasm. And is gonna mumble something, probably hearing the last bit of what Maladove said. Said, yes, we're exterminators of a sort. If you have any problems or you hear any of your neighbors say anything about this kind of thing, just please give us. Well, we don't really have an office yet. Just reach out to the post office. The door person can help you as we get things settled. We're kind of in between business friends. Yeah.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
To say, I'll say you have advantage because you did just save her.
Sorry, I shouldn't have had guidance, but 20.
Okay, dirty 20, nice. Yeah, you are able to assuage her worries for a little bit, and she says, "Okay, now who should I ask for?" And Are you, like, part of the town's guard or something?
No, we're freelancers.
Yeah, if you ask
Rizzy's
for
quick.
the freelancers, I'm sure they'll know just who you mean.
Okay,
No.
I can manage that.
I can't. Yeah, and Rizzy says while Melodov is saying that, Rizzy's like, I think we should go by the boot soup bunch, but it's up to y'all.
Boot soup bunch.
We can workshop it.
We are absolutely not going by the food soup bunch.
Y'all just remind me of somebody I met in a dream once.
Lindir's finally going to come up the stairs after these two, kind of hook them both by the elbows, and just, we should probably let this woman get some sleep, and just we're gonna.
But I like stare her right in the eyes as I leave, and I'm like, "You call me anytime you need me, ma'am. Anytime."
Sure, will do. Thank you.
Please have a lovely night. Just
I'll try. I'm Hazel, by the way.
pleasure to meet you.
She
I'm
nods.
like halfway down the stairs. Like I'm just.
Rizzy's probably not sure if like formal introductions are in order while Illinder's pulling her away.
It's definitely an awkward situation, for sure.
Yeah, the whole thing. We know there are other flumps to deal with. We cannot be spending all night right here trying to explain everything to Hazel. Just.
Don't worry, I took care of that one really quick. We've got
We know there's more than one though.
Yeah. We gotta just go smash them.
Okay. Rizzy, can you take a look at the door and get it to lock behind us on our way out? Just
Sure.
yeah.
What do you want me to do? Just
Literally just lock the door on our way out. That's it.
I was like, do we need to do a thieves' tools check from the outside where I lock a door? Because I've never done that before. But yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Okay. Once outside, I'll turn you both loose, and you could go run off after the next flump if you want.
Well, as you turn me loose, I definitely kind of like spin in a circle, looking upwards at all of the, kind of rooftops, kind of peering for my next smash.
As far as we've encountered before, Rizzy would be familiar, probably on some level, with swarms or drones or creatures that like a mage would control, like a familiar. Mm-hmm. In terms of how these creatures are moving, does it seem like they're operating under a hive mind or like independently of each other? Like, do they seem to be wandering, or do they seem to be very deliberately spreading out like the way like a swarm of bees or something?
You can make either a nature or arcana check.
Okay. I am better at arcana. So...
Shocking.
Yeah.
19.
16?
What?
19? Okay. Yeah, you would have time to guidance yourself for that. It seems that these creatures are hunting. Kind of seeking out psychic energy in this area.
Yeah. But as far as whether they seem to be operating as independent beings or some sort of collectively like interest, that's hard to gauge, right?
I'd say they seem more like independent hunters at this point.
Well, in that case, Rizzy's going to suggest maybe we should try to focus on... Roll 20 kicking me out.
Oh?
I was going to ding on roll 20, but focus on the immediate vicinity and maybe clean things up, like around the town square, and then start spreading to the outskirts. Maybe along the process we'll come across town guards, other adventurers, anybody who might help organize a cleanup process. Because if we do this scatter shot, we're just gonna have it's gonna be Flump Town now. That's Rizzy's 2 cents.
Makes sense to me.
All right, I'm in.
Do we know like the closest guard detail or armory or anything of that sort from where we are presently?
You know that there usually is one group of guards patrolling the town square.
Okay.
Okay, if we're doing this, we're probably going to need to persuade them. Let me see here. Finally going to use something.
Nice.
Yeah, I can do this, but I only have a +1 on my persuasion. Is anybody...
Yeah, Rizzy can assist. She has, let's see, +2. Wow. We are,
very convincing bunch. But what I can
Yes.
do is I can touch Rizzy on the shoulder and enhance ability for Eagle Splendor. You will have advantage on charisma checks. So
Oh, okay. Well, do we see any town guards nearby? Do we hear any like honk shoes, the telltale honk shoes of sleeping town's guard?
I'll say that you see some kind of near here.
Okay. Rizzy's going to run over and say, I believe we're dealing with an infestation of some sort. I don't know if you've noticed this, guys, but we've got a problem. Do you know where your commanding officer is?
Oh, infestation? You mean the tree ants? Well, that's largely dealt with.
Different infestation. Some, I don't know if you've noticed this. Are you familiar with flumps? Little flying kind of squid-ish creatures, underdark creatures.
don't say pancake. Don't say pancake.
I heard of them. Yeah. Don't know much
Yes.
about them.
Well, there are creatures that look like them, but they are attacking people in their sleep. This has happened over at the inn. You can ask the innkeeper, whose name I'm blanking on currently. It's late, but we've there's several places that we've noticed from our vicinity up on the second floor of the inn that are being attacked currently, and please, we need to get some sort of search party going. Maybe go door to door. I know it's late, but please bear with me here. We need to make sure people are safe.
Oh, flumps attacking people in my town.
Rizza holds up the jar of the leftover essence of one of the flumps that she set on fire, and said, "Yeah, I know this sounds like the rantings of a madwoman, but I promise you, this is worse than I think anybody could have predicted."
Make
We're ever gonna trap 3 people. Look at us.
You can make that persuasion check. You have advantage, and I'll say you have time to guidance yourself as you run over. Oh
23.
shit! Oh shit! The dice be like that sometimes.
Rizzy probably also name drops Wizard Al as well for credence, for a local townsperson who would be familiar with these things going on.
Okay, cool. He says, certainly I can talk to Killian, our leader, and see what we can do. Do you want to come with me?
Sure, absolutely. Yes,
Okay.
please.
So the guard gestures to you to follow, and he brings you over to the group of guards that was guarding the factory area. And you see the familiar half-orc figure, who you had spoken to, I believe, earlier in the day. And he's dressed a little bit nicer than the other guards, and he's definitely got like a battle-scarred face and a sun-weathered brow.
can I help you?
Yes. We've got a little bit of an infestation going on. These creatures, sort of similar to Flumps, Wizard Owl can fill you in on the full details. But these creatures seem to be coming out of some sort of portal similar to Wizard Owl's that's localized in the inn. Now, my adventuring colleagues and I are staying in the inn. The inn was attacked. The townspeople in the inn were attacked. You can confirm with the proprietor of the inn. But these creatures are now, it looks like, attacking the city at large. And because of that, I believe we need to be checking door to door for people. And that's why I'm requesting your assistance,
Oh,
officer.
certainly we can try to put something together. By attacking people, how urgent would you say this is? 'Cause it's
Well,
we can try to put something together for tomorrow with the shift change and all.
It's happening now.
it's happening now. These creatures tend to
Oh.
attack people while they're sleeping. So, yes.
Well, that's not good.
Yes, you can see why I.
No, we just had an attack at Hazel's.
Mhm. Yes.
Make another persuasion check.
Okay.
Are their attacks deadly, or are they more like? Remember, you have advantage.
Oh.
Yeah. Or are they more like the attacks from the tree ants that they're just a bit itchy and a bit annoying?
They are trying to feed on people. I'm not sure exactly what kind of energy. I'm sure your local Bed Bath and Beyond provider could probably give you more information. But we believe they are attacking people and for the purposes like predatory purposes, trying to feed off them.
We disrupted them at the tavern before we had any fatalities.
Yes, that totals to 16. He says, I can have some guards do a door-to-door welfare check if you want,
Okay.
before it
we'd
gets
be
much
happy-
later.
Yes, and we'd be happy to assist, if at all possible, to help expedite this process.
I don't think that would be necessary. I question whether the townsfolk would be trusting of people who aren't the town's guards. You know. Anybody can claim to be helping out. But we can leave our posts here. Seems like the factory is well locked still.
Would you rather we take up vigil here then? And then you would be free to...
Certainly, just make sure that nothing gets out of the factory.
Okay, we can
Yeah.
do that.
If that sets your mind at ease more than having us assist with the current attack, then...
Okay, that sounds like a plan. And what might your names be again?
Rizzy Nefella de Mercy. I'm with Scrivener's Guild, out of my shell.
Elindir Tor, we spoke earlier when we were discussing cleaning up the factory.
Right. I couldn't remember your name.
Yeah, we came through a little earlier. It's Maladov. But please be careful. These things are feisty. Just be wary and try not to let them touch you.
Okay, now can you tell me much about what sort of things to look out for with them?
They tend to be able to go through very small points of egress, very small entryways. Something about their physiology makes them a little bit flexible in terms of getting through tight spaces, like under frames of doors or windows. And they tend to be somewhat translucent, so you'll want to make sure your guards have lanterns while doing their wellness checks.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Wasn't there a grab effect that happened on you, Rizzy?
Yes. Whenever possible, perhaps pole arms might be advisable. Because if they do grab you, they do have some sort of uh, restraining effect. Or there's one other thing, specifically, maybe psionic abilities of some sort. Again, that's a little outside of my purview, but they can hit you with, I believe, what mages call a whammy. So just
Whammy.
maybe do the buddy
Wear the
system.
whammy.
So one guard alone might get whammied easier than two.
Well, thank you, and we can talk compensation for you being willing to go through this bit later.
Okay, sounds fine. I'm much more worried about the townsfolk than figuring
Well,
out
that's awfully noble of you. Thank you. Okay. So he gestures for his guards to come over, and he talks to them, and they all kind of head out. And you are left alone by the factory. And you can see the smokestack is still churning.
Elindir is going to try to get a good vantage point. Try to see as much of the factory grounds as she can.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Let's see for me. Nice. Looks like an 11.
Okay, total of 11. Okay, you're not able to really get much of a vantage point. The trees in this area are all pretty small and shriveled up and craggy. And other than the factory building itself, there's really no place that you can really perch yourself to get a good line of sight.
Understandable.
It's just a big old stone block of a building.
I mean, Frizzy bites her lip and says, well, I mean, I'm a pretty good climber. I could try to get a better vantage point, perhaps.
Yeah, I kind of like mischievously look at Rizzy and Ilindir like, I mean, we just said we're gonna make sure nothing comes out, but we could get closer now that we're the only ones here.
Sure, yeah.
I just have visions of us rattling this thing like a hive, and there being problems.
We're not gonna cause any trouble. We're just gathering.
Didn't you just climb through a window?
I saved her. I saved her life. We can't say I didn't. She thanked me.
Mm-hmm.
She did.
She did, but there's almost more problems. Begrudgingly.
You could stay at the edge here if you'd prefer, and then we could just maybe holler back to you some bird calls to let you know we're safe.
Yes.
That makes you more comfortable.
The classic bird call hooty hoo.
You'll hear us. You'll know.
Okay.
If it makes you feel better, you can certainly stand here and just kind of, watch out. But I just think maybe we could get a little more information if we could get a little closer to the building and just take a look around.
Fine.
You know that
fine.
there is definitely the smokestack up there. But otherwise, it seems like it's a windowless building.
Okay. What about doors barred up?
There are doors that are very solidly barred up. One large set in the front, and then a smaller set of doors in the back.
Okay. Rizzy, do you want to try and climb up? And I want to see if I can hear anything from any of these doors?
Sure, yeah. Do you want me to climb up, stick like a rope in like a piton somewhere? And,
Yeah, I mean, you're just so agile. I figure, you know, I, like, you're so fast and agile. I just think you'd be the best to.
oh, okay, yeah. Do you want me to get all the way up, like, to the smokestacks, or?
I mean, yeah, see what we can see, you know? Maybe stop partway up and just see how it's feeling, and then, yeah, see, kind of, peer over the top what we see.
Okay. Um, Now, yeah, you said no windows, right?
No windows.
Okay. Hmm. And just 2 points of egress that we can see. Yeah,
Trying to
Rizzy
find
will.
the right tab. There we go. Yeah, you guys are all over here now. Oh, I'm in the map layer. That's why it's not selecting you. You're all over here, next to these reddish buildings. Okay, so you're gonna climb on up with a rope?
Yeah. Let's see. How big is, like, how many stories is this factory in full?
It's about a 2-story building.
Okay. Well, that handy dandy 50-foot of hempen rope
Yep.
might suffice.
Yeah, it should be
But,
sufficient. If you can find a place to tie it, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna make a beeline for the nearest smokestack.
Okay, yeah, I'll say there's one big smokestack over here. Like, kind of in the center of the building.
Okay. And I might guidance myself before I travel to try to do it with the minimum amount of clomping around, causing. I mean, the factory sounds relatively like it's still active, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Rizzy, just to be careful, Rizzy's gonna soft shoe it as much as possible. So, do I need to roll like a stealth or anything?
I'll say, yeah, if you're trying to be stealthy, then yeah, stealth check.
Okay.
But I won't make you roll athletics or anything because of your ability. Okay, so that's a total of 12. Okay.
Yeah, and I want to approach whatever doors are the closest as kind of quietly and sneakily as possible, and attempt to listen to
Okay, so that would be the large set of double doors in the front.
Okay.
And I'll need a stealth check from you.
18.
18, okay. Nice.
The crabs have taught me how to scuttle.
Yeah.
Just now imagining Maladov's crab mentor. Like,
How do you out crab the crab lady? Just
oh goodness.
We've become one, you know. And then yeah, I just kind of want to listen in for any noise, especially trying to hear anything that does not sound like just factory equipment running at all, like anything like that.
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
Okay, I got 14.
Okay. You can hear some grumbling.
Okay.
And almost like this groaning from within.
Okay. Interesting. And it sounds like animalish?
It does sound vaguely animalish. Make a nature check for me. You have advantage.
It's a solid one on the first one. 19. 13, so I'll take that. Got that 19.
Okay, figured you would. Yeah, so that would be You recognize the sounds as being bears. Surprise, surprise.
Right. But being means that they're made out of teddy bears, I was curious as to if they would sound like real bears.
Yeah,
so-
they sound pretty berry.
Okay. Pretty berry. Okay. All
Yep.
right. So I kind of turn back. I scuttle back a little bit and then say, "Ooh, ooh."
Oh, one time the party should have gone like all druid, just so we could whistle on the wind to each other. Yeah.
And then yeah, I kind of just scuttle back. I'll probably head towards the other doors, kind of just going around the building to see if I notice anything else out of place or anything as Rizzy makes her way up.
One thing, not to get blades in the dark here, but could we retcon that Rizzy probably would have brought up to her comrades already that she speaks Elvish? I mean, they could probably presume.
Yeah.
but
I'll
just in
say
case-
that all three of you can speak Elvish.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
This
in
is
case.
a true state.
I
Not
don't
sure
wanna-
about reading
I
it, but
wanna
yes.
razz the bears by using language, guys.
Life hack.
Just in case we do need to chat, and I mean, I think we know Al probably speaks Elvish, but for the most part, unless somebody's like an elf weeaboo or whatever, probably. And why would you be that for elves? Like, come on.
Why
Sorry.
not? Come on.
Ugh. It's like
They
learning
want their pointy-eared waifu.
Yeah, that's like learning French. Like, who does that? I mean, sorry, everyone from Quebec, and Haiti and real countries other than France.
Real
Anyway,
countries.
it's like people who speak English in real countries outside of the United States and the UK. But anyway, and Canada too. Yes, of course. Anyway, but does Rizzy need to roll anything to get that piton stuck in the chimney?
No, I'll say you're fine. So you look around. What's your passive perception score?
12. Yes.
Okay. That's enough that you can see that along the roof, you can see that there's almost like some little, not crags, but like there's some gaps in the mortar between the rocks. They were less nice about smoothing it out perfectly, so there's definitely plenty of like cement and stone that you could hammer it into or hook it onto without much trouble. You also notice that there's a trap door, some sort of like emergency door up here.
And how big are the smokestacks? Like, are they big enough for a creature?
They are, but they are spewing smoke. They're probably about maybe 3 to 5 feet in diameter.
Well, Rizzy has a terrible idea.
Well, you're the only one who has ideas, so sometimes they're gonna be bad.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Rizzy might check the door first to see if it's locked and/or for traps, just in case these bears are wily.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Okay. 14.
Bears aren't wily. No, coyotes. Coyotes are wily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it doesn't seem locked and it doesn't seem trapped.
Yes,
It seems to just be held down with gravity and the heaviness of the stone.
Does it look like it's been used much by the bears or the townsfolk? Like, do I see footprints or anything up here?
I mean, you don't see footprints, but it's also just stone.
Okay. I mean, what do y'all think? Should I take a peek, or should I maybe get a? Rizzy gestures to the smokestack. I could try to get better look, and that might be less conspicuous.
Do not put yourself in the smokestack, is what Dub says to you.
No, dude, no. Just
Intelligence versus wisdom, in a nutshell.
it's that mom feeling of seeing the kid about to do a dangerous thing and knowing that there is no way for me to get up there to stop them from doing the dangerous thing. It's.
I mean, Rizzy, I will say, as y'all are looking at her, probably in the moonlight or whatever, smoke is just billowing in her face as she's staring, like looking at the smokestack, and it doesn't seem to faze her.
Yeah, I don't pick up on that because I don't know anything about Rizzy being okay with smoke.
Yeah. I mean, you do start a lot of fires.
Yeah, I mean, does like, in terms of Rizzy sticking her face near the smokestack, like, Rizzy doesn't need to breathe, but does it seem to have any? Does it like blind?
It
her
is hot. It is hot.
Yeah. I mean,
Ewan from the pod. Do not put your face in the. You're putting your face in the pudding.
As you
Why
get
am I
closer, you feel it start to get warmer and more visibly uncomfortable. Like physically uncomfortable.
yeah. And I'm guessing probably limits her visibility significantly too.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it's smart.
Yeah. You can hold your
Rizzy-
breath, but
Well, Rizzy actually doesn't need to breathe. That's
Yeah.
one feature I forgot about for her that I just noticed in my character sheet now. But she takes her first big breath that anybody can see, and then probably starts coughing. But I have a rope hooked up in case anybody with better ideas, anybody who's not
So
gonna climb.
I kind of like, I'll look back at Ilandir, who I assume is still judging us from a distance,
Oh yeah,
And-
hard.
and
Just
and I'm just gonna say, and I go over to the rope and attempt to climb up to meet Rizzy up there as I see that she is like kind of jostling these ideas. And so I will climb up the rope with you. Here I come. Now I am not nearly as dexterous as you, but let's give it a whirl here. They're like acrobatics or
yeah, you can do athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
we're gonna go athletics. I'm actually a strong girl.
Okay.
If Rizzy's
I got
supporting
I got 16.
I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, you're able to climb up easily enough.
And Rizzy would also be happy to try to help, like, on the rope on the other end of Ilandir is, because, you know.
Ilandir is judging us hard from a distance.
yeah. I agreed to watch the factory. I heard that.
We're keeping it safe. And when I get to the top of the roof, I go. It's my other bird call. You're all welcome for the bird calls. So, Rizzy, stop staring into the smokestack. What are you doing up here?
I'm sorry.
It scared me.
It-
Go in there. You might not get out. You might hurt yourself.
Sorry about that. It reminded me of home for a second. I apologize.
Home sounds so nice.
Yes, the
Um,
north.
Yeah. And I kind of like gesture at this trapdoor. Like, what do you think?
I don't think that the bears know about it. But I do think that I could probably repurpose this rope to help us down if need be. If
Yeah,
there's
it's
no
like
ladder.
it's like right next to the whatchamacallit? The smokestack.
attempting to open it may alert them that it exists, if they do not know already.
Well, I mean, we can take a peek.
I wonder,
Do you think? Sorry.
Well, I'm just trying to think of how difficult it would be to like seal it really well if for some reason they gather over here if we open it, you know?
Does it look like there is a lock mechanism on the door, right?
Yeah, it looks like there is a way to lock it, but it hasn't been used. You can see that the salty sea air has kind of... let's see. Is this working? Yep, okay. Dan, let us know if we're live again. Okay, awesome. Perfect. Sorry about that. My Wi-Fi decided to be a butt. Okay, so we last left off with Rizzy trying to actively help Ilindir up by helping her climb. Oh, and that's a nat 20. Nice. So, how
Only
exactly
took
do you
4
help
tries.
her? How does this go?
Well, because Ilindir's having a little bit of a struggle with that heavy scale mail, right? Rizzy's probably walking, probably jogging down the side of the building, over to Ilindir and saying, "You've got this. Don't."
You make it look so easy. Just
Look, there's so many things that you and Mal can do that, like, I just...
Mal's like at the top, and she's just like, agile as heck. I just love it. It's amazing. As the crabs like scuttle up and down the wall, like
The crabs actively cheer you on.
Yeah.
Doing a little crab dance. Crab
hand over
cheerleaders.
hand. Just hand over hand. We'll just
This is giving me flashbacks to all the gym classes that I cut out.
Yeah. Look, about the name, Ilindir, if that's bugging you, look, I don't know, we can workshop it, boot soup crew, something like that. I don't, just, and Rizzy, like, reaches out her arm to put, like, around Ilindir's shoulder and help her climb up.
Aw. Teamwork!
so sweet.
Okay, so you are all on the roof of this here factory. And you see that it's just... It is a very plain stone building. Not terribly well made. At least not from this angle. You could tell they were kind of slacking on the aesthetics when it came to their roof. And the smokestack is billowing out to your right with a small trapdoor next to it.
Rizzy suggests to Ilindir, just try not... What? Maybe try not to look down. That might help. Or not.
I'm not afraid of heights. I just not built for heights.
Well, I mean, the door's unlocked. The door doesn't appear to be trapped in any way. And Mal was thinking maybe we could at least take a peek.
If that's what you want to do, I'm already up here. So if we came up here to lock it and then get back down, I'm gonna be a little annoyed.
We just wanted you to participate with us.
I appreciate that. That.
I like to make sure that we all do things together so that you can't say that it's just me breaking in into you. I like to have accomplices.
Is that why you opened the door?
No. I don't like being alone.
Linder's gonna wander over to the trap door and glance at you two, then open it.
Okay. You open the door, and you see, let me move you to the next screen that has the factory. Okay, and let me reveal the factory chamber. Oh. Okay, you should be able to see the factory now.
What?
And you can see that it is rolling, and the various things are moving. The gears and the conveyor belts. And there are teddy bears scattered throughout. Some of them are trying to fight over the scraps of fabric that they are trying to eat.
So they're consuming the fabric.
Yeah, they look like they're eating it.
Okay, interesting. I was not expecting that. I don't know what I thought they ate, but it wasn't that.
Well,
Dove kind of like, as we open this door and I look down, I like kind of scoot both away from the door a little and away from the wall and just kind of like peer down like, yep, that's a door and a ceiling. A lot of bears.
A lot of bears. They are
Bears.
small from what you can see.
Okay. And they do not appear to have noticed that. Did we open this door all the way, or did we crack it, or like?
I didn't specify, so I think we opened it.
Okay.
Do the bears appear to have noticed, or?
They don't seem to be reacting. It's dark out, so it's not like a huge ray of sunlight is spewing into the factory.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. I look at Rizzy.
Well, maybe we could very gently close it a little bit and be a little more, peering through. Just the longer this is open, the more they might, the more we might draw attention. But
Okay. Just.
well, I mean, now the factory are they making the fabric that they're devouring, or are they like making?
Yeah, are the machines just running, or are they?
It looks like the machines are running, but based on what you were able to see using your passive perception, it didn't look like they were actually actively manufacturing anything.
Okay. Yeah. Do the bear? Are the bears interacting with the machinery in some way? Like, are they trying to get it to work? Are they trying to create more bears? Or
It's hard to tell from this angle.
Okay, now that it's open and we can kind of view them a little bit better, I would like to see if we can determine if they are just grunting like bears, or if it sounds like they are like attempting to communicate with each other, or if anything sounds more clear.
Okay, make a, this is solidly a nature check.
Okay. All right. Covered in crabs, so good with nature.
Don't you jinx it.
I know, right? It wasn't a bad roll. Where did I put my...
I'd like to think that somewhere there's a ranger school that
I think
trains
that's
rangers.
16.
A 16? Okay, you, based on the bears that you've interacted with, this seems to be just bear noises.
Okay. Well, guys, seems like they're just bears. I'd like say very confidently.
Yep. Yet another time where me waffling on possibly playing a druid, as I always do. Just 25 different ways I could really, really get things wacky.
How, where exactly exactly is the door at, like, on the map?
Okay, so the trap door is. Oh, I'm in the wrong layer. It's over here,
Okay.
give or take. And then
Okay.
there's the doors at the front of the building.
Okie dokie.
Is there like a balcony or something that leads up to here, or is this just a ceiling trapdoor?
You can see that it would connect to some of the pipes that lead to the smokestack, and you could probably try to climb down the pipes. Presumably, that's what the different repair workers would do.
I forget what was the like Ilandir talking to the powers that be. What was the standoff at the just don't mess with it because it's a problem and they're waiting for like a specialist, or what was the
Oh, they wanted to get a larger crew together to
Yeah.
go in. Right now, that it was just damage control
Mhm.
to prevent it from spilling into the town. But
okay. How many bears are those? All the bears that we see?
Those are the bears that you can see.
Yeah. Rizzy is disappointed in herself for switching. I mean, I guess blaster is not bad, but yeah, I guess she could always create another cannon that shoots fire, because it's the one place where fire might not matter as much.
For once, with fire.
Yes. Just
So Maladov kind of looks back at both of you guys like, all right, we know there's a way in. We know there's a lot of bears. But maybe we should take care of the flump problem first. Like,
well, the guards
that
are
we-
taking care of the flumps right now, and there's really not much we
Are
can
they?
do with the portal.
I mean, we don't know that for sure. You know, I mean, maybe one of us needs to go check in and make sure they're okay. Because they've never dealt with these before. And I don't want to cause trouble when they've
Well,
assisted us with.
if you're worried about that, we could hold off on this for a bit. Take a short rest up here. Rizzy can run back and have that conversation.
I worry. You know,
Because Rizzy's got the background with them having sent them on that mission, and you get up and down the easiest from up here.
sure, yeah. We could do that, or conversely, if you wanted, Ilandir, I could lower you back down, and that could be something. We could wait for your signal, and like Mal and I could maybe get inside, unlock one of the front doors. Or as far as we know, are the front doors locked or anything? Or
You would assume that they were
right?
locked, so that way the bears can't get out.
yeah. I thought they were
Oh.
like boarded up too, aren't
Yeah, they're boarded up.
they? Yeah.
They've done everything they can to stop the bears from opening those doors.
okay, that's in that
The back
case,
doors, the back doors reinforced even further.
Yeah, in that case, there isn't a way to get in on the ground floor easily. So yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Rizzy's happy.
I will say that a fire cannon would easily burn away those boards that have boarded up the stone doors.
Well, yeah.
The
But
only
this is-
reason, the only reason I bring up doing it that way to get a short rest is that I do not have my channel divinity. I
Ah.
used it earlier, and it might be useful to have again. So
True. That's very true.
You can turn teddy bears.
I don't think it'll work for turning teddy bears. I don't know if they count as undead. They might, but I don't know that. What I do know is that my Twilight Sanctuary is nice just in general. So
True.
Oh.
True.
yeah.
Hmm. What is the lighting like in the factory as far as we can see? Like, do
It
they
seems to be dimly lit. It has almost like these orbs that are emitting this faint light.
And I'm guessing like the factory, like from the engines or whatever that the smokestack, the ovens that the smokestack's coming from.
Those
like,
are lighting that area a little bit as well. So, like I said, this is all dimly lit.
Yeah, sort of ambiently. Like I've been playing the Resident Evil remake because it was $5 on Steam, and like when you go
Nice.
down in the coffin room with like the big, like the scary old zombie that you have to like get out to get a key, who like wipes his face like, oh, it's you again. But there's that thing where there's a furnace and it's the only source of light, and it just creates these terrifying shadows on the wall, like while
Oh,
you're running
nice.
back and forth. But I'm
Yeah,
just imagining that.
It's not quite that creepy because it's a really big factory and the furnace is rather small.
No coffins to be seen. Correct.
You do not see any coffins, no.
Thank goodness. there's no vampire bear anywhere. Okay.
I mean, it does appear that there's a dead body, right? I mean, there's at least dead bodies in there.
Yeah, I will say that with your passive perception and you all looking in and whispering amongst yourselves, you are able to spot what looks like a humanoid body lying lifeless on the floor
Okay.
next to one of the
But
conveyor
not
belts.
consumed, right? Like they didn't eat him. They
It
just
doesn't
killed
look
him.
like they've eaten him. No.
They are attempting to eat fabric, so this is all good. I think good information, perhaps.
How much fabric appears to be left? Like, are they going through their fabric stocks pretty quickly?
It looks
or-
like the fabric stock is about half eaten.
Okay.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So like 22 or so that we can see right off the bat. It looks like.
Yeah, there's about like 24 bears.
Okay.
Okay. Yep, that's a lot. It's a lot of bears. I think we should, we don't really know how many flumps are out there. The bears aren't actively killing people, yet, right now. And if we get in there and we accidentally do light the place on fire, as we kind of have in the past, we could either get trapped or accidentally let all the bears out, and then we're really gonna be in trouble. These people are not gonna like us so much if that happens.
Yeah, I think we need some sort of organized plan, and it'll be easier, especially once we maybe learn more about these bears, because who knows, they could be the restless souls of of forest spirits. Who knows? But
Exactly.
Who knows?
Exactly.
Not you.
No, we don't. I do know they sound like real bears. Yep, that's a bear, all right.
The cloth they're consuming, that's the stone seed, right?
It's hard to tell exactly from up here, but presumably it would be, since that seems to be what the bulk of things in this town are made out of.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense unless they're like fur, but I...
well, yeah, I can go talk to them and just let them know. Maybe how should I should I say one of us was taking a smoke break and just noticed somehow the trapdoor?
I don't think you have to
Mention-
mention it at all.
Okay.
Don't mention the trapdoor. I would just check in on them. I would just say things are normal at the factory, as is tradition, and that we just wanted to make sure that you guys were doing well.
Yep. Things are normal. We are all very regular. This is just
Yes,
normal things.
this is just it. Norman, normal.
We're
Totally norm.
we're Normcore town for sure.
That's
Yeah.
our name. Normcore.
Well, Normcore, what like Normcore squad. No,
We'll come up. We're gonna come up with something. I promise.
Because Normcore, I have, Rizzy, like, in characters, like, well, Normcore, they're going to think that one of us is named Norm. And
one of the crabs is named Norm.
I mean, I do know a lot of gnomes named Norm, so, it's a very common given name in my shell.
I'm gonna close the trap door at this point as we're in this side conversation and not planning. Just
Norma, also very common. But
it's a good name. Solid, sturdy, normal.
Yeah.
Like all of those things.
Yeah. I mean,
okay. You should go find the guards, I think.
Okay.
Ilandir needs a rest. Let's take a little breather here. Do you think we should stay on the roof?
You got me up here. I'm not getting back down. Just
maybe we should get her back down. What if the guards want to come back here with you because they have news or information or something of the sorts, and then we're on the roof like jerks?
I feel like we'll burn that bridge when we come to it, and
yeah, I mean, Rizzy can lead the ladder there. I mean, Mal can obviously stay and just say, like, maybe Ilandir is
trolling.
Going to the outhouse or something. Taking a nap. Trolling, yes. Powdering her nose. Who knows? But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Rizzy will be back shortly, maybe. Fingers crossed.
Okay. So, what are the two of you who are up on the roof doing? Anything in particular while you take your short rest?
I don't think so. I mean, I kind of want to be as the roof as possible, so I'm like as far away from any edge as possible, and I'll be like in the middle of the roof as possible.
Okay.
Nope, I'm just taking in this lovely night and
Okay.
Thinking about my moon goddess. Just
Yeah, I guess as we kind of like are laying there and like what's that? Is that a moon? Is that a moon? Is that a moon? Like pointing to stars. Tell me about the moon.
For Mal, the stars like look that differently from underwater.
I'm just kidding. She probably does not. She's probably never taken an interest in like astrology or the moon at all, though. Like it just never occurred to her. Like it was just pretty and up there, and she never listened or cared about the stars or constellations or moons. Like she's far more obsessed with water and creatures. So she's just like, oh, like you like that? I like you. Tell me about what you like.
Like Mal, as soon as she learned where the North Star was, like, got it, done. I know how to navigate.
That's exactly all that's all she ever thought of like stars for was the sole purpose of navigation. They mean nothing else. Like
well, this might be a good setup for dipping into Moon Druid or Stars Druid.
So
I mean, they are pretty cool.
tell me about the stars, Moon Mommy. I mean, and Mal is like, she's fairly young, you know? I mean, she really is like an 18-year-old, like 19-year-old person. Like, this is absolutely her first time away from home or caring about anything else.
no,
in the world.
you're an infant, especially next to Ilandir.
Yeah, she's just a weird little, young adult covered in crabs out, like, learning everything she can. So.
Yeah. I love elven life cycles that it's like, oh, finally graduated early from high school at age 99, It's like, how could elves live with anybody else? Like, they're, everybody's going into hospice care when they're going to college. So.
Aww.
I mean, it worked for my parents.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Can't imagine living to be 700.
That sounds exhausting.
True. Very true.
That's why you see so many elven burnouts. Just
Mm-hmm.
And that's how druids happen.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
mean-
we are discussing celestial bodies and moon goddess, and
Okay.
I am not referencing the book that Rizzy so kindly gave me. I haven't had a chance to look at it and try to read it. So
Okay. So Rizzy, what are you up to?
I am making a beeline for Killian if I can find the guards. Do I need to roll anything to try to track down those guards?
What is your passive perception?
12.
Yeah, you're gonna have to roll for this.
Okay. Let's see here. 15.
Okay. With the 15, you're able to kind of go down alleyway by alleyway and eventually find them.
Officer, what? Sorry, what's your rank? I apologize. I just feel, I don't want to be too informal with you,
Captain?
Captain. Everything's quiet over at the factory. How are things going with the door to door?
Good. We haven't really noticed anything unusual here. You said it was an infestation?
Yes, these creatures tend to get into the smallest spaces they can fit, cracked windows, underneath doors, and prey on people specifically while they're sleeping, like parasites.
Yeah, most people who we've spoken to aren't sleeping. They're still up, so we knock on the door, they come to the door, and they get annoyed that we bothered them, and we go on our way.
Okay, and for those who don't open the doors, you're just going to the next place? Or?
Yeah. We assume that nobody's home.
Nobody's home, or that they might be asleep?
I was thinking that no one would be home, but, because it is a little early for sleeping.
True. Well, do you know, do we have a space to, like, I don't know, maybe a state of emergency, but, I could reach out to the innkeeper and maybe try to get something, handy just to pass it on to people, maybe check on, their neighbors, later tonight, when folks start winding down for the evening. Try to do a buddy system, try to get people to bunk up together, because that might be a viable strategy. That's what saved my adventuring party and I, being in such close proximity to each other. But
Make a persuasion check.
okay.
And the enhanced ability lasts for an hour, I believe.
Oh, yes, I forgot
Okay,
about
so that is still active. So yeah, you would have a total of you rolled a total of 17 anyway. So he says, sure, if you could get something like that together, I could help distribute it.
Okay, yeah, I can get something printed up here shortly to let people know. Not a good sketch artist. Do you know anybody who's handy with a brush by chance? If not, no worries. I can do my best to sort of print it around town. Make sure people know about this.
Kind of scratches his chin a little bit. I think that Johan down at the Siren Song can draw pretty okay.
Okay. Well, I'll go reach out to them. I'll get the post office involved. I know a couple people over there, and I will try to get this disseminated around town for everybody. And please, just if anything comes up, if you can send. I'll be in the town square if you need to send anybody for any reason to speak to me. And I know the Wizard Owl is also aware of these things too.
Okay.
But
I'll keep that in mind.
and we'll be sure, my comrades and I, if there's any bumps in the night, go on over to the factory to let you know.
Okay. I'll keep an ear out.
Thank you. Fingers crossed that the night stays calm, I guess.
Yep.
And Rizzy's gonna head towards the Siren Song. She's probably pulling out all her Scrivener's tools to, probably while she's walking, taking out her calligrapher's supplies and trying her best to write steadily. The description of the creature, what it looks like, how it gets into your
Okay.
house.
Make a calligrapher's tools check. You have disadvantage because you're trying to do this while moving.
Okay. I'm guessing probably like dexterity is my...
Yeah, this would be dex.
Okay. I will grab my necklace first to give me guidance, and 13.
You rolled a dirty 20 on the first one, so that's a 22. Oh, wait, no, 13. Never mind, you're right. Disadvantage. Yeah, 13, it's legible.
I'll workshop it.
Yeah.
Maybe move the part about it attacking people in their sleep. Less information about how they feed exactly, but that they are parasitic.
Yeah. Yeah, but you could workshop that, you figure, while Johan is drawing, sketching something up.
Yeah. And, Rizzy's going to be making a beeline there, and probably maybe dropping by the Wizard Owl or the tavern before she gets back to the factory.
Sure. So yeah, let me move you back to the Brinecliffe map. Okay, so the Siren Song is the building that's actually right adjacent to the factories.
Okay.
And it's a tavern, and you can see that it's starting to look a little bit lively. Through the windows, you can see that the lights are flickering on the inside.
Yeah, Rizzy's probably going to bar, like, or is there like a door person or anything, or is it just
No bouncer or anything, no.
Okay. Rizzy's gonna head in there and try to maybe ask the nearest bartender for to point at Johan.
Okay. You go in, and immediately you are met by a scene that has a dancing tiefling dancing on one of the tables, breathing fire, as a person plays the fiddle and kind of accompanies her dancing, and the crowd is cheering. This is definitely a different vibe than the Rested Eyes Tavern that you were staying at.
Yeah. Rizzy's gonna run up to the nearby bar. Probably not really. This is definitely not like home.
Yeah.
She's gonna do her best to sort of plug her ears with like her offhand, like and
it's a little much.
Yeah, just ask the tavern owner. Do you mind? Where is Johan?
He's at that table right over there, and he gestures to a table kind of in the back corner. And you see that there is a man there who seems to be half elf and half orc. And he is eagerly drinking a large stein of ale.
Just so you know, I'm putting together this document, and Rizzy's going to show what she has, probably like a stick figure drawing of a flump. I'm going to work with Johan in getting a better image of this, but the town's guard has alerted me and a couple of my adventuring friends of this infestation that's affected the Rested Eyes Tavern, and a couple houses nearby. And we're just trying to get these notices to people, let them know, maybe get a buddy system like anybody who's staying at the tavern, maybe check up on each other in the, in the middle of the night, or housekeeping, because it's these parasites that feed on people while they're sleeping, and they seem to be all over the town. This is a growing issue. I'll get the flyers painted up here, but can I get these to you, and could you make sure that they get disseminated around the tavern?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Let's see here.
Oof.
7.
Oh, don't you still have advantage?
Yup, that's with
though?
advantage.
Oof.
Because for the second roll, she rolled a nat 1. Saved you from a nat 1? Not so sure. I mean, I haven't seen any sort of infestation around here other than the tree ants.
Look, here's 10 gold. I will pay you to hand these out to every person who comes to the tavern, including people who are staying here. How
You
about
don't
that?
even have to roll. He puts out his hand, his big old hand, and his 10 gold. I'll hand out whatever the hell you want.
Okay, sounds great. Hope you sleep soundly tonight. And Rizzy's gonna go over to Johan.
Hey, can I help you?
Yes, I have here some flyers. I'm an adventurer. My colleagues and I are working with the City Watch. There's an infestation going around here. Parasites that get in through the cracks in doors, windows, attacking people in their sleep. The Rested Ice Tavern has already been attacked, and several houses around here are potentially in danger. I need to get this drawing put together here. This creature, and Rizzy's going to describe this creature, kind of like a flump, but with the red and green eyes. And I just need you to get here, like, if you can give me a sketch of this creature, because I'm not so visually spatially inclined.
I can sketch something up for you. Yeah, sure. I'll do it for the cost of 1 ale.
Okay. How much is 1 ale?
About 3 or 4 silver, I think.
Okay. I'll go ahead and. How much is a pitcher? I'll get you a pitcher.
Oh man, Sure. Should be about a gold for a pitcher.
Okay. Run back through a pitcher and probably like 1 or 2 copper in the till, because even if Rizzy, doesn't much care. Yeah, the people here obviously still are probably working on tips. So
yeah.
She'll put 3 copper and side eye
Okay.
the bartender.
Sure. And he starts to sketch something that matches the description. It's looking pretty good. He only has just like a plain charcoal with him, no color.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
We can just add a little note indicating the color is the eyes. There's not a lot of regular flumps running around here. This is not the Underdark. We should be fine. And Rizzy, as soon as he's getting the sketch, Rizzy's pulling out reams and reams of parchment and writing as many as she can before.
Yeah.
her
Oh,
hand.
remember, you have the copy cantrip.
Oh yes, I do.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be copying paper. I think she has like 50 reams of paper or something from her background.
Yeah, you have a shit ton of paper.
Yeah, and Rizzy's going to do her best. Could she do a calligrapher's tools once he finishes the drawing and try to sketch over it with the parchment? Like, just trace it like that... I forget the name of that. Greg Land, I think, the comic book artist who's been accused of tracing all his art.
Yeah, you can make a calligrapher's tools check to trace.
13.
Okay, yeah, 13. It looks... You get most of the details in there. It looks like a flump, more or less. This parchment is pretty thin.
Oh, goodness. Well, yeah, Rizzy's going to be doing that frantically. And probably every once in a while taking a sip from the the ink receptacle.
Inkwell?
Yes.
Gosh. Ugh. Okay. He kind
That's
of looks
probably-
at you, and he looks at the ale. He says, I can share with you. I mean, you bought it.
Oh no, no worries. I'm not thirsty yet. Just force a nervous tick. Sorry.
Ah, okay. Well, help yourself if you change your mind.
We'll do things. I'm Rizzy, by the way. Rizzy Nefella de Mercy. I'm part of a local adventuring crew that just got into town.
My name's Johan. Johan Meriton. I work over at the Silver Swan Brewery, right down the block.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Just so you know, it was Killian, the captain of the guard, who directed me your way. So,
Okay.
if
Well,
there's
I'm
any
always
sort
glad
of
to get a commission.
yeah, if there's any sort of additional recompense, I can reach out to Killian on that for you.
Sure.
To help. But
So, some sort of infestation?
yes, these creatures specifically seems to be coming maybe from the inn, the other inn across the street. It's sort of underdark creatures, not usually seen up here. Not usually hostile, but something's just different. I don't know. Working with the wizard owl to try to figure out what's going on here, but seem to be awfully hungry for sleepy people. Just
Well, that's not
so
good.
if you have a roommate or something, I would suggest maybe checking up on them.
I gotta check on my dog.
What's your dog's name?
His name is Boris. He's a good boy.
Well, aren't they all?
Yeah, but especially Boris. Well,
Hopefully.
thank you for coming to me for your drawings, I guess.
For sure. Yeah, just please. Rizzy's like stacking up papers, moving them back. However many she can get, like eyeballing the number of people in the tavern.
Okay. It's not
and,
super crowded. There's about maybe 8 or 10 people in here.
Okay. And Rizzy is going to sort of curtly nod and say, "Just please watch out. I hope Boris is okay." And she's gonna start going, probably swing by the church, swing by the post office, swing by
Okay.
the other taverns and Wizard Owl.
Okay.
Possible to fly her up the place.
Yep.
Lucy's been gone a while.
Jam packed because covering her bases of all of
Yeah.
the different places she was.
Okay, so I'll say that you make it over to the Raven's Tower. You head there first because of the familiarity. And as you're heading out from there, you hear some screaming and some clanging of the town's guards' armor. As you see a few town's guards running through the town square. As they are being chased by this spherical creature, about the size of a watermelon, that appears to be a giant eyeball. And one of them becomes frozen in a ray of frost, suspended mid-run. And with that, I think it's time for us to take a short rest.
Rizzy cocks her spellcasting focus and says, "Shit just got real."
Yep. Okay, so you are here. The two of you are here on the roof. Okay, so do you want to come back at 4:45 or 4:50-ish?
Sure.
That works.
Okay, because I need to brew more tea and heat up some soup. And retake my Dayquil. So I'll see you then when we come back from our short rest.
Sounds good.
Okay. Okay, I think we're back. Cool. Okay, so we have come back from our short rest. We are fed, we are watered. I have given Coco the rest of my soup, so you might hear some puppy slurping as she finishes my dinner. And it's time for Dice of the Day before we get into our combat. This is the Dice of the Day. Oh.
Oh, hey.
It doesn't really photograph as nicely as it is, but it's like transparent with these like opaque metal parts over the numbers. It's from Die Hard Dice and it's very pretty. And it's faded from like green to purple.
Mhm.
It's a very cool die.
Yeah.
That is my dice of the day.
I think I'm going to tag on because I finally pulled mine and I'm very proud of it.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's quartz, and I got it at Ren Fair, and I could kill a man with it.
Fancy.
It's so heavy.
Nice.
Oh. Double duty, murder and rolling.
For those really weighty decisions, that's what that dice is for.
100%. 100%. I love it.
I mean, here, side by side of a standard D20, and this
Versus
thing.
the hefty boy.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
I love it. Love it so much. Anyway,
Absolute unit of a die.
that's fair.
Okay. Now I believe it is time to roll initiative. Oh.
Ilandir doesn't even know there's a problem yet. Just
Right.
Aw.
I've got 21.
Okay, so let me.
I'm just imagining.
We have Rizzy with a 13.
Or Rizzy at a 10.
Oh, I see. I was looking at the wrong thing. Got it.
Yeah, I can update it. Oops.
Ilandir with a 4.
doesn't know there's a problem yet. Still talking about celestial bodies. Just
Okay. And what did Maladov roll?
21 total.
Nice.
I'm sorry, this new die, I'm never going back to the computer rules, guys.
Okay.
We will forever keep the sparkly die because it's treating me well.
Yeah. And then what is this thing stacks? Oh. And this thing is gonna go first. And it uses its turn to freeze the guards and start inching its way closer into the center of the town square. That's its turn. Maldov, you hear this commotion and screaming. What do you do?
Well, I will probably stand up and attempt to see how much I can actually see from the rooftop and if I can see the town square and what's going on.
Yeah, you have pretty good line of sight from on the town square from this angle.
So I will I will turn to Ilandir and obviously be like, we gotta get up and run to the rope and nervously attempt to get down it as quickly as possible.
Okay.
let's see something. We have line of sight on this thing.
Yes, but you are quite far away.
Say I assume
Is the map accurate?
I'm gonna say that each square is double. Let's see if I can change the measurements.
Okay.
So, like, is that like 80 or 90 feet away with elevation? Or?
Yeah, about 80 or 90 feet.
That's in range.
Range of what?
Oh, Warlock right now could just be. Can kill all these ones.
No, I have Moonbeam,
Oh,
so that's in range.
Yes.
Beam me. Get it.
So yeah, if I've got line of sight here, that might be my action when it comes up. But I am slow, and I'm one of the last to realize there's a problem.
Right.
So
Oh. Yeah, and Dove just does what Dove does best and does not consider any other thoughts except for get closer and figure out what's going on. So
okay, you can take off.
she makes a run for it. Yeah, it's just like. Peace.
okay. So you're climbing down the rope.
Indeed.
Okay, so you're going to use your action to make the athletics check and dash.
Right. Oh, ouch. It's gonna be like a 9 for an athletics check.
Okay. Make a dex save for me.
It's gonna be a 15.
Okay, 15. Yeah, you're able to, you're climbing down, but you're not really used to these movements, and you lose your grip, and you kind of get a little bit of rope burn, but you're able to kind of, like, regain your balance before
To be
heading.
clear, I
down the
definitely
ground.
scream in panic when that happens at Limbeer, just so you know.
Okay.
Like, I let out a shrill and like horrific little noise when that happens to me.
Oh no.
Screaming is a free action.
Good.
Does Mal still have any movement left? To try to hit
Yeah, you
towards
still
the
have
beast?
your movement. I'll say that
Yeah.
you took your action to get down there, and
Yeah, I would just get as close as possible towards them, which was about 80 feet still, right? So I'm still
yeah, so
about
it's like
way to, yeah. Yeah.
yeah, around there is where you can get.
Right.
Okay, cool. Any bonus actions that you wish to take?
No, not yet.
Okay. Rizzy, you are seeing this. You have seen the town's guards be turned to ice. What you do?
Like ice, or
Like
Well-
encased in ice. Yeah.
one would say trapped under ice. I want to do fire, but I don't want to set anything on fire around here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with pew-pewing this bag of eyes.
Okay. Roll for pew pew.
Okay. Sorry, I just realized I need to add that to my thingy. My ballista. Okay. Just for a second. I'll add the extra effect if I hit, but if 10 hits, then they also get pushed 5 feet away.
10 does not hit.
Okay. Well, that is my bonus action. And for my action, I'm gonna fire a bolt.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, that is a no.
And I'm going to move, not within melee, not yet.
Okay.
But, sorry, just added the pushing effect that Roll20 didn't want to give me. And I'm going to get closer to them. Right next, can I, where are the guards right now? Where are these frozen guards?
In the freezy thing.
Oh, behind
Right
you.
over
Okay.
here. Yeah.
Okay. I think I will. What building is this right here?
That would be the town hall.
Okay, I think I'll stand in front of the town hall and try to say like "You shall not pass." Try to have a big moment and probably, uh, you know, just that way. If anybody's looking at the windows, they can see me. Maybe use my offhand to knock on the window, say, "Stay down. There's some horrible thing out here," and
Okay.
just be putting a flyer on the wall for good measure too.
Okay, sure. You can use your free action to do that. Ilandir, it is finally your turn. You are stuck on the roof. What would you like
Stuck
to do?
on the roof. I plan to live on this roof. I don't plan on coming down. But I do see that there is a thing threatening my Rizzy specifically. So I'm going to hold aloft my shield and use Moonbeam,
Okay.
which has a range of 120 feet.
Damn, nice.
Yeah. Here,
So is
Silvery
that
Beam
a
of Pit-
is that a dex save?
con save?
Con save. Oh, that's different.
Con
okay.
save.
And it's I think it's on their turn that they roll it.
Yeah.
It's on their turn or the first time they pass through it. Let's see here. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it's engulfed in ghostly flames.
That's cool.
And my spell save DC is 13.
Okay. That is a fail.
Okay. So then you're going to take the 2d10 radiant.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love Moonbeam.
It's a good spell.
Good spell. It is concentration though, so the enhance ability was about to time out anyway. It's
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah, it's dropped.
Not gonna talk down this eyeball monster, probably.
Okay. You completely incinerate this. And it is just like bloop. And as that happens, two more of these creatures kind of float out from behind the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get your moonbeam going. Oh,
That works. I have a range up to 120 and I can move it 60 feet on my turn. So
oh, that's cool. Hold on. Trying to... I'm in the wrong layer. Ah.
Yeah, as far as druid spells go, like Moonbeam and Call Lightning.
Call
where
lightning. Yeah.
You can just, as you know, as the big bad is running away, just have the cloud follow them.
I'm sorry. It's 120 from me, but it only takes up a radius.
Oh, okay. How big is
Yeah.
the radius?
5 foot. It's
Okay.
40 foot high and 5 feet down in a cylinder.
Oh, okay.
And then I can move that around as just this beam of light from the moon and just...
So beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's this very pretty shining aurora in like silver bowls and very, very inviting unless you know what it is.
Right.
Okay. Got it. So the moon shines down on this thing and it just burns up in arcane light. In holy light,
Yes.
rather. Nice. Okay, there we go. Okay. And they are going to try and attack Rizzy. So I have to roll 2d4 and see which eye beams they get. I think that's cut. Okay, so I need Rizzy to make a wisdom save and then a dex save. Okay, so you are dazed. As suddenly... Oh wait, you're an elf. You have advantage against charm effects, right?
Yep. So I will.
Yeah. So
Or wait.
technically... You technically
Uh,
have advantage against the whiz save then.
Actually, Fey Ancestry is not on my sheet. I might have
Oh.
lost that somewhere.
Oh, okay. Oh, it
You
might
know,
be
like
because
Major
of your...
Keys.
Yeah, it might have been because of your, like, custom thing. Lineage thing.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes, sometimes half elves just lose it. Who knows?
Yeah. I'm taking a look.
Plausible.
Okay. So you are dazed. So your speed is halved and you have disadvantage on attack rolls because you feel like your thoughts are kind of clouded and foggy.
Well, do I get to repeat it on my next turn? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Maldov, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna start by just kind of moving 5, 10, 15 feet out here so that I can clearly now see these guys.
Okay.
And I am going to, let's see, I think I'd like to cast Hunter's Mark on this one.
Okay. You
Um,
sure can.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that. And I don't have this is also something I don't usually do, but I'd like to also then draw my crossbow, which I don't
Ooh.
often use.
Okay.
Yeah. In an attempt to shoot at this boy.
Okay. Roll for pew pew.
Yeah. I know this is probably the first time you guys have ever seen my crossbow.
Yeah.
Much more of a thwacker, honestly.
Yeah.
I prefer dueling, but gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, so that's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and then we get a D8 and D6 with the Hunter's Mark.
Oh, and your swarm.
Yeah. I have to hit the damage first, and then, well, I don't know how that works with the ranged attack.
I'll say that the crabs climb onto the arrow as you're drawing back the crossbow bolt.
Okay, I
They
like
have-
that.
They have
I
little
like that very much.
little leather hats and goggles.
It's adorable.
I love
Okay,
it.
So let's see what we got here. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to start, and 5. Okay, so we get 12 in total.
Okay, 12. This thing is looking pretty rough. As you shoot the bolt at it, kind of like blasts a big old chunk of this sort of splattery goo away. And you can see that it's like inside is almost like oozing out.
Ugh. Yeah, cool. Ew. It is like mostly like it's like an eyeball, or is it multiple eyeballs? How was it described?
It's
again?
like one big eyeball with a toothy mouth underneath it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that'll wrap up my turn. Other than the fact that I yell, "Oh great, more fucking eyes!"
Okay. Rizzy, you're up. One of these things just tried to pew pew you, and your brain is kind of foggy now.
Well, just gonna have to take a couple more shot skis with disadvantage.
Indeed, you are.
Probably gonna say something to the equivalent of "That's my purse. I don't know you," and then take firebolt 7, I'm guessing, doesn't hit.
Nope.
Ballista 18.
18 hits.
Okay.
Oh, and I reread this ability. It lasts until the gazer's next turn, so you don't have to make a save.
Okay.
Okay. 8 damage.
Yep, force damage, and I push them 5 feet. Could I push them towards the
Well,
existing?
there wasn't much left to push.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anything else?
Gonna move right near the whatchamacallit, the moonbeam, and I'm going to gesture rudely to the other eyeball to try to get them to come at me.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
It is now Ilandir's turn.
I'm going to shift it up by, with the conversion, it's 20 feet, and then towards the other one. Should have enough movement in my 60 to get it there.
Yep,
And
you
then,
would.
Then I'm going, like one up. I don't want the stall.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. And then, just hit it with a moonbeam.
Okay, so that would be
It's the first time
con
it's been
save
in it.
again?
Yes.
Okay. So that is a 14?
That does pass, but you take half damage. So
Okay. Half damage for this guy. So roll your damage.
total of 6.
Okay. Is that halved?
That is your halved amount.
Okay.
I rolled
cool.
12. You take 6.
Yeah. Wait, D20 damage?
Whoops, did I do that? I'm sorry. Hold on.
Yeah.
10.
There's supposed to be 2d10, and I messed
okay.
up.
Got it. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe you
So
still
more
take
damage
6.
then. Yeah, 6 points still.
Yep.
The universe has spoken.
Yes. Thank you for catching me on it, though. That's
It's
the kind
okay.
of mistake I will make.
Yeah, no, it's
Are you-
okay.
Sorry, are you adding your wisdom? Because I thought that was just straight 2d10 for that one. Unless you got the, I think that's a level 8 cleric thing. But
No, you're right. Okay. So
Oh, but I thought
would
that
be
the
11
level 8
down to
cleric thing
5.
was only for cantrips. Let me see.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless, it's not something I have. So,
Okay.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I think what happened was I copied a formula and then
Ah, okay.
it's
So
a whole.
so it's a
whole
total
mess
of
things
5
happen.
damage.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
hmm
Okay.
But if it starts its turn in the fireball, it's going to take it again. So.
Okay. Which it does. It's its turn. So it has to make another save.
Yes.
Okay. That one.
Aw.
Dice of the day. You let me down, you little shit.
Ooh. I love these dice of the day. Okay, so it's still going to be the 2d10 now that we've corrected me on it.
Yeah, 2d10.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is another 6 points of damage. It's still up. But it starts to be rent apart by
Wouldn't
this.
it be the full? Wouldn't it be the full this time because you failed?
Oh,
the...
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it is burnt away by this moonbeam as you see it try to get out, and it just like withers and cracks and burns up in the radiant light.
Moonbeam.
Yeah.
Thought you had me trapped up on this roof. Wasn't going to be able to do anything, silly cleric. Climbing
Yeah.
up on things.
And you see that the town square is eerily quiet.
I kind of run up to get up there with Rizzy, but want to make my way towards the encased in ice guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you make your way over to the guards.
Just for giggles, these eye things had nothing to do with shapeshifters, right?
No, these were not
Okay.
shapeshifters.
Cool. Just double checking for giggles.
Yep.
Are there any remnants of them? Their bodies? Anywhere?
You see that the one that was killed almost entirely by the moonbeam is kind of like shriveled up and almost burnt. And you're able to see that its husk, kind of cracked and dried up and shriveled, is largely intact. It looks like a rotten melon, kind of this
I would
purplish
like to,
color.
like, kind of backtrack and pick that bad boy up and, like, maybe try and find a way to wrap it in a piece of cloth or something I may have, and
Okay.
maybe look at Rizzy, like, what do we save it in? I'm not getting rid of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rizzy's like, I can put that in my bag, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
With
but
the
you
meat and fish.
yeah, you have just bag of assorted gross monstery things.
I also have, like, kind of a couple pockets filled with, like, various weird goos and eyeballs and junk that we've picked up along the way, too. And, like, I'm excitedly holding the trout clawfish. That's still pretty stinky.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to weird things in my bag either, but I do think Rizzy's the smart one, so I do kind of, like, hand this off, like
Yeah.
I'd probably break it.
And as you're kind of manhandling this strange melon-sized eyeball monster, you see that the color of the eye almost seems to shift between red and green depending on the angle that the moonlight hits it.
Suspicious. Is that
Just a
into you?
bit suspicious.
Are
Not
we...
good?
Oh, sorry, are we still following initiative order, or...
No. We are out of initiative. Let me close that down.
Okay. Because Rizzy's running up then, and, taking the dead thingy, and how many guards are frozen solid?
You can see 3 guards, one of whom you instantly recognize as Killian.
Okay. Do I need to roll anything to know the best way to thaw them out here?
I
Probably
don't know.
Probably sooner than later, but
You can
Rizzy
make a nature check or a medicine check.
Okay.
I mean, I have a decent medicine check, but I am trapped on a roof.
Yeah, you're on a roof.
I have a really decent medicine check as well.
Okay,
so
okay.
I will also attempt to assist with that.
Yeah, you
well,
can-
if you're-
You can do that.
Yeah, I can guidance you then, because I'm
Ooh.
not good at medicine.
Okay,
Oh,
so I'll say
yeah.
that you guidance, you roll.
Okay. What does the guidance add to
1d4.
24? Okay, because I got 19 even without that, so let's
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, here. Oops. Roll onto the keyboard. Okay. Plus 3, so 22.
Okay,
What did I say?
22. Yeah. You could tell that it's the kind of ice that it's not completely wrapped around them, so they have enough room to breathe. But if they were to stay here for longer than like 15 minutes, there would be risk of hypothermia.
Okay.
A quick blast from Rizzy's fire gun would probably help, or a firebolt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like, if there's ever been a time to try and burn something, this might be the time.
Yeah. Rizzy's probably gonna set up a little kindling, like to start a bonfire. And
You can see Killian's eyes kind of just shifting.
probably try to do it in such a way as to not make sure it's not close to anything flammable, i.e., nearby houses.
Okay, yeah. You're able to kind of like move away the little plum cart.
And yeah, gonna start warming them up, getting blankets out of my baggins for these
Okay.
folks. And
Yeah, as you kind of do that, I would like to maybe walk onto the other side of the building and just kind of look up and down some of these alleys and see if I notice anyone else frozen or anything floating.
Okay. You indeed notice the other two guards frozen outside of one of the houses that has an open door.
Okay, so I do holler back, like, Rizzy, when you're all done warming them up, I've got a few more over here. We should probably hurry. I don't know how long they've been this way.
Okay, yes. I mean, if you can start... we could probably get a cart and try to move them, depending on how many guards, because I don't want to start fires all around town. But
Yeah.
So, and I'm kind of strong. So how many guards are over here?
You see two more. So it was a group of 5 that you sent out originally.
Okay. So I do kind of run back and maybe try and utilize like that plum cart to try and put them in. Maybe try and like delicately like take the stuff out and place it neatly-ish as much as possible. Be semi-respectful, but in a hurry.
Yeah, it seems like most of the plums are in these like large burlap sacks that you're able to like kind of pick up and
Lift them out.
lift. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I will use that and head over to attempt to kind of get these ice-blocked guards into it so I can move them maybe one at a time, but as quickly as possible so I can have the best odds at getting them both over there.
Okay. So you're bringing the 2 that are kind of in the alleyway over to where
Yeah.
Rizzy has her fire cannon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Rizzy, I'm gonna need you to roll damage for your fire cannon to see how quickly you're able to thaw these guys.
Okay. Let's see here. So like my firebolt, let's get that going. 21 blackjack.
Okay. Yeah. Is that the damage or is that the roll to hit?
That's the roll to hit. For
Okay.
Damage.
Okay, 7. I was like 21 would be a lot. But 7, that's just enough that you can see the the ice start to like melt and drip away. And before you know it, they're able to like kind of move their joints like crack, crack, crack.
Yeah. Rizzy's laying out towels near the open flame here, sort of setting up kindling proper because we might need to get multiple people here. And she's going to go ahead and also open up her alchemy jug. Alchemy jug says she can make 4 gallons of beer. It doesn't specify that it has to be cold or lukewarm. So if she could do kind of like spiced warm ale.
Okay, sure, like a mulled cider kind of deal.
Yeah.
So nice, Rizzy.
Yeah, sure.
You know, it helps fight hypothermia if they're drinking something that's hot. I
Dove
think
like catches a whiff of that and is like,
that'll be enough for everybody, hopefully. Rizzy's going to be pulling out as many cups as she can find, like nearby. Maybe raid a nearby stand in case there are any pots and pans.
There are not.
Oh,
The thing in the
well.
middle is more of like a little gazebo that you saw earlier that there was a musician that was setting up there to play some music. The lady who was selling trinkets has cleared out her little table.
Well, they can drink straight from the jug if need be. We'll figure it out. But yep, that's me.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
moving guards.
Okay.
Once that's done, I will probably attempt to go and investigate that open door. But actually, before I do that, I peer way over to rooftop to Moon Mommy, and I say, "Woohoo!" from a distance. I bird call at my Moon Maiden.
Woohoo!
Hoo-dee-hoo, hoo-dee-hoo.
Rizzy's gonna whisper to Mal, maybe give her the hootie hoo to know, like, throw the rope back up on the roof after you climb down.
I am gonna Rizzy, there is an open door over here I think we need to look at, but I do think I may need to maybe you're best suited to help Ilandir down. I don't think I'm very good at that.
Sure. By down, you mean down yonder? Because she does have that. She, she pulled a muscle earlier,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Wink,
Yeah.
wink.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll go do that. I mean, I'll. They're still thawing out, right? So.
Yeah, they're starting to like. The ice has started to like leave them, but they're still pretty wet and cold. So
Yeah,
you
I mean,
have the
Rizzy-
town guard that's kind of shivering there. You see that they're eagerly taking off the cold metal armor.
Yeah, Rizzy's going to be setting down all the clothes that she has. She's like, I'll go ask one of the nearby taverns for blankets. Here are all the ones that I have, and she also puts down her torches just in case you need to add kindling to the fire. I have some spiced ales for y'all to drink, help warm up. I'm going to go get my cleric though, who can help
Yeah.
better treat frostbite.
And I'll stand steady and make sure that the fire, is maintained and help these guys to kind of utilize the supplies that we have to get them as warmed up as possible.
Okay. Yeah, they look pissed. They look
I
like
don't-
they're mildly in pain, but more than anything else, they look pissed. Not necessarily at you, but
As they start defrosting, I am gonna start questioning them. So
okay.
what happened? Are you okay? Is this everybody? This is it, right? There's just the 5 of you.
Yeah, it's just us 5. Thankfully, we didn't send out any more people.
Thankfully, I mean, it seems like we definitely have an issue on our hands here.
Well, then they would have frozen more of us.
Well, where did they come from? How many were there? Are there more?
Just those 3, I think. They came out of the Lewin house.
And I kind of turn towards where the open door was and then look back at him.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, and just the 3 though.
Yeah, I think so. Didn't see anything else come out of there,
Good. Very good.
including either of the Lewins.
Well, we haven't quite gone to check on them just yet. We wanted to make sure that we defrosted you first, since we're short. You're alive still. We wanted to keep it that way, so
Appreciate it.
I'll be peeking into their door here in just a moment when my party returns.
Yeah, gotta love a good triage.
Indeed. And I hand out, make sure everyone gets some cider, but also make sure I take some for myself.
Okay.
Take a big
So
fat
you're all
swig of
just passing around this jug.
that. Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
Yep.
Rizzy's probably got
I
at
have-
least. Sorry.
I probably have maybe I pulled out my cup of awful coffee, of non-spilling cup, and kind of poured it out because obviously nobody wants that, and
Yeah.
poured some cider into my unspilling cup for myself, and then passed the jug off like a jerk.
I will say, the coffee is so strong that it kind of left a bit of a residue in there.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll deal with it. I'm totally cool with that.
Helps wake them up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say, so do I get a plus 5 feet to my action, my movement?
Nope, not unless you drink a full dose.
I mean, coffee should give, drinking a cup of coffee should give you the benefits of the guidance cantrip. I mean,
Oh, coffee.
that's-
The coffee does have its own stats, believe me.
that
I'm
of
sure.
I've looked at the new Strixhaven items. One of them is that common item that has endless, like a decanter of endless coffee or whatever. And,
Nice.
it should give the benefits. Like, I want to go to Wizards of the Coast and say, I have problems with this. I think you need a do-over. You need to fix this.
Yeah. But I will say,
Yeah.
Sheila's coffee does have its own properties.
believe that. What save did I make the first time I took a swig of it? I don't even remember. I think I had to
That
make
was,
a
I
save.
think, a con save.
Yeah, just to take a first sip.
Yeah.
Anywho, yeah. So I'll definitely steal some cider for myself though, and I'll deal with the little bit of taste. Maladuff's kind of a gross lady. She doesn't mind a little bit of yucky coffee.
Well, that's good.
She's a sailor's daughter.
Yep. Okay. So, Rizzy, Illindir, what are you two up to?
Nice
Rizzy
roof.
Rizzy is dashing as quickly as she can over to there. Partly also because, one of us is on the roof, and just dash right up the roof, help Illindir get down as quickly as possible, and probably is going to grab the rope, take the rope with her, maybe grab the rope, probably the piton as well, even though she wants to leave the piton just as just a little
I mean,
Easter egg.
You
For...
could. There's no reason to take it back, is there?
Well, I mean, if she needs the rope for other reasons, I guess she has other pitons. So
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is take the rope, but leave the thing. Then you can climb back up and re-secure it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yep.
I don't know.
Sorry.
I just consider Rizzy to be the woman gravity forgot, and you can climb anything.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
Yeah, we
and
pay literally no mind to it. We think it's totally normal. I'm just like, she's so agile. That's amazing.
and like, to clarify, it's not like Rizzy is like Spider-Manning. It's like she's just walking normally.
Exactly. I'm like, oh,
No,
she's
I
so
just think
amazing.
it's something Rizzy invented because Rizzy's got weird gadgets and
She made
think
special boots, totally.
Yeah.
yeah.
None the wiser.
or
None
she's
the wiser.
or she's just like Wile E. Coyote, and as long as she doesn't look down, she doesn't fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's some logic here. I know it. I just know I don't know it. So
There's
I
logic.
accept
Cartoon logic.
it. I know what I don't know, okay?
Hmm.
Oh, gosh, but yeah, however long that would take, like 30 seconds or a minute to get.
Okay, so you climb on up. And you see Rizzy on the roof.
Does everyone see Rizzy on the roof? So Rizzy might climb up the other way if it takes 6 seconds longer to not draw as much attention.
Nighttime and stuff, right?
It is nighttime. Yeah.
Is Mal like pointing like, oh, look over there, no, wait, that's just a dog.
Well, I'm probably being kind of a jerk with the cider at the moment, so it's
Yeah.
probably a pretty good distraction because these guys are
Yeah.
they watch me pour my coffee out, fill my cup up, and then hand them a jug. Like, good luck,
Yeah.
idiots! Like, they're like, this woman covered in crabs just took that awesome cider that they made for us. Like,
Yeah.
so don't worry, they're all like glaring at me right now. It's like this dirty crab lady just took my mead.
Filthy crab lady.
Every port city has a crab lady.
What can I say? We're necessary for the environment.
Yes. Is it a real
Occupy
port
a
city?
Niche, just
Yeah.
So don't you worry, I've got you covered. I don't even know I'm causing a distraction for you, but I've certainly got them all looking directly at me.
Nice.
Yeah. It's like the little scene Lonely Island sketch, The Back Seatsman, about how every cab driver has somebody just in their back seat who doesn't pay a fare but just lives there, I guess.
Just living there.
Yeah, it's necessary for the occupation.
That's true. So true.
Yeah, Rizzy is filling in Illindir just in case it's hard to see over there. They're kind of frozen, and we don't know what's up with the Llewellyns or
The Lewins. Yeah.
the Lewins. It's funny how you Southerners shorten your syllables to your names. But you know,
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't make out much. I mean, obviously enough to moonbeam, but not much detail besides that. What was that thing?
Rizzy's like pulling it out of her bag, sort of like grabbing the head with her offhand
Mhm.
to show off this eyeball monster. We'll take a closer look, but I think it's some sort of a being similar to a flump, but I don't think these ones are typically nice. They have the same eye thing going on though.
Make an Arcana check.
Wild.
Or a history check, your choice.
Probably Arcana
Yeah,
11.
11. I mean, you've heard of a beholder, but you always thought they were a hell of a lot bigger and a hell of a lot more dangerous.
I say this is maybe a baby holder, but either way fits the flump MO, I think. Something for Al to look at for sure.
Okay, makes.
Oh, and do you have any blankets? Do we? If you want to run back and help them, maybe stop Mal from hogging all the cider, I can try to knock on. What's the nearest
Let me
tavern?
see here.
You're probably a bit closer to the Siren Song, but they're right outside the Rested Eyes.
Okay. Well, I do have something that'll help. So, we're gonna get down from the roof, I guess, and make our way over to
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
one. To pass around, I have Al's towel that's always dry.
Nice.
So we're
Yeah, that
going
would-
to use that to
sweet.
try to deal with the wet side of things.
Yeah, that would
Um,
definitely
and-
help.
And then I don't have much of that. I've only got about 5 square yard of cotton cloths. So better off actually pull blankets from somewhere. But the towel will at least get them dry.
yeah, and Rizzy can stop by the. She doesn't want to visit the Siren Song. The owner is dead to her, and she's gonna visit. Probably the Rested Eyes to try to help out, and then maybe make a stop. See if Corbin is in at the post office.
I mean, on
Okay.
top of the fire, I can cantrip Sacred Flame and do something with that to try to help with warmth.
Sacred Flame is radiant and not fire, so unless you want to,
Ah.
like, I picture it like radioactivity.
Yeah.
It's not exactly the kind of warmth you want.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean,
fair
yeah.
enough.
Sacred Flame shadow puppets could be fun.
It could be. Could be.
I do think Sacred Flame requires a creature to be targeted, but I mean, it could be. I could put the gazer down if you just want to make it do shadow puppets.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was just throwing it out as an idea because I have bad ones.
Well, it's tough. Clerics don't have as many. Druids have a lot of wacky things. They, like druidic being the real thieves
Mhm.
can't to the forest, but just
The real thieves can't.
yeah. I mean, look, if you're gonna hire a bird to steal like a necklace, or a 5 foot tall elf, which one are you gonna do? The bird. The
Right.
bird. Come on. The bird could even
Right.
summon another bird to help them carry it away.
Well, we all know that birds aren't real.
They are
Oh,
not.
well, no.
No.
Hmm.
They're all just government drones
It's true.
with plastic feathers duct taped to them.
Every single one.
But in the fiction of the game, though, they are real,
Oh,
right?
no.
Or
No.
Have
All
you ever
birds
seen
are-
a bird? Actually, yeah, you've seen birds.
Yeah, no. I
You've
was like, but
seen
what about the Drone Master?
birds.
I'm thinking.
The drones took our dried squid. What?
He's
Yeah.
in on it. He is in on it.
No.
Glad gotta change my backup character from a druid now, just because anytime I try to wild shape into a bird, I mean, you have to be like level 8
assume-
to fly.
Yeah, I'll definitely assume you're a drone, though, for sure.
Yeah, try and fail. Yeah. Gosh.
As we are drying these people off, I want to like peek back down the alley. I'm super suspicious of the open door for the Luan's house still. And I'm going to mention that again. Like, I think we should really probably go check and see if they're okay.
Yeah, we should.
Could be
Someone should
frozen
probably
people
check on them.
inside. I don't. Maybe they froze them before they froze the guards. We should probably really go check on the ones.
Yeah, Rizzy hollers, yeah, I'm grabbing some blankets and some clean clothes real quick, and then I'll be happy to go. If you want to check it out first, I'll be on my way.
I'm like kind of sidestepping. Like, I'm already like slow.
If they're already stabilized, I'll go with. Otherwise, I could do some heal checks, but...
It looks like a few of them might have taken some cold damage, but it's not like a terrible amount. Like a point or two here or there.
Have to take care of the fire too. We don't want to leave like a fire that'll go out of control or anything. But
it's a contained fire.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a contained fire, and we have 5 guards right there. Like, if they don't have the wherewithal to take care of a campfire,
they not get frozen. So like, they're terrible guards. I don't know. I am a survivalist. Okay, like I have very little faith in these guys right now.
Well, I mean, Rizzy's like, oh, I'm just over here. Just don't worry,
Okay.
they're in my line of sight. Oh, and leave the cider, please.
And Malatov's like, "What's that?" and like walks by. She doesn't have the jug, but she definitely has a cup full of cider.
Nice.
What's that, Rizzy? I can't hear you from here.
I'll meet you halfway. Cool.
She's like chugging it so that it'll be gone before she gets to the house.
Well, there's still like 3 gallons left, so.
okay.
And I make my way over to the front door. It's wide open. You said, I believe.
Wide open. Yeah.
Are the lights on? Is it?
The lights are on the first floor.
Okay. And do I see anyone or anything as I enter, like, kind of just the
As
jam
you
and-
enter, directly in the entryway, you can see into like a little kitchen area, and you don't see anybody.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hop right on in there and take a peek around through the lower level. I am being I'm trying to be a little quiet, maybe. Not being
Okay.
careful. Just kind of peeking through to look for survivors, and then maybe I'll say, "Is anyone home?"
Okay. Make an investigation check or perception.
Okay. Alendir's gonna be on Maladev's heels on this. And
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go perception.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go perception.
Wisdom casters using perception, big if true.
Yeah.
It's more
So, I
common
got
than you think.
14.
Okay.
Total of
14
16.
and 16. Yeah, you see kind of cowering behind one of the sofas in the living room 2 figures encased in ice.
Oh no! Oh,
And you see, clear as day, in one of the corners, a trap door open and a faint violet light coming out from that
No.
cellar door.
No.
Yeah. Is there a hearth in this room, like a fireplace?
Not in this room, no.
Okay. I kind of.
Yeah.
Cylinder,
You're
we gotta-
strong, Maladev, so you work on getting them more secure. I want to take a look at that cellar.
I
and-
have matches. We need to start a fire and get these people warmed up. They've been frozen longer than the guards.
Yeah, I'm saying you take care of that.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going towards the light.
You do
Yeah.
recall seeing a some sort of furnace or hearth in the kitchen.
Okay, so
Okay.
first I'm going to just kind of bolt over there and use my kick-ass matches that I got from Al, and then attempt to start anything that's already in there, and then just kind of
Okay.
get a fire going in there. So
Yeah, that's easy enough.
yeah, and then I'll try and move these figures over towards
Okay.
that.
You see that there's like pretty decent sized chair, there's a sofa, there's a few little side tables and a coffee table, and then a elvish man and a human man huddled together behind the couch, cowering
Okay. I will
and frozen.
attempt to drag them.
Okay, make an athletics check.
I am strong.
While Maladov is moving them, I'm going to head down into the cellar towards the purple light.
Okay. So, Illandir, you go down the ladder to the basement, and you see all sorts of boxes and bins of various household goods that are semi-unpacked. And then, half revealed behind one of them, you see poking out is half a portal, swirling and spiraling behind one of the wooden crates. The other half is hidden behind the box.
Okay. I'm going to try to shift the boxes around and get a better look at how big this thing is compared to the other
Okay.
portals we've dealt with.
Yeah, you can do that. You slide the boxes around. It's not a particularly big basement, but you're able to scooch it out of the way, and you see that's about maybe 3 feet in diameter.
Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing. It's got that portal blocking
Yep.
effect.
As you touch it, you hear the ting! And your hand is not able to pass through.
Don't like this. Don't like this at all. There's only one of these in town. Now we... What is... How many... How do we count? Right? Anyway, a number. There's...
Yes. Okay. And Maldov, make a strength athletics check for me.
Another one?
Oh, you rolled one already?
I did. I got an 18.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're able to... I mean, the ice kind of makes it a little bit easier to slide them. So that really helps. And you're able to... And it's not a very big house, so you're able to slide the unit of... It's like one big piece, and you're able to, like, kind of lug them. And you pull them in front of the hearth in the kitchen. And, yeah, they start to thaw out a little bit, slowly but surely.
Excellent. I'll, of course, as I get them over there, I sort of start looking for some, towels or, like, thick blankets or something to kind of get over to them as well so that they're a little bit better off.
Yeah, you see that there's, like, a throw blanket on one of the couches in the sitting room. There's a tablecloth on the kitchen table. And I'll say that if you spend enough time, you could probably find a linen closet or go upstairs and steal their quilt or something.
Okay. Yeah. I'll start with what's kind of right there.
Yeah.
Maladov's kind of ratty and like.
Okay, so you wrap one of these guys in a tablecloth, and the other guy gets the throw blanket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then I will kind of run over to the door and holler down to Illandir. Is it what I think it is?
Oh, the cellar door?
Yeah. Is she frozen?
I think she might be frozen.
Oh, no.
Eliza, you froze on us. Oh.
Hmm.
Oh,
there you are.
you're back. You're moving. Okay.
It's
You
flickering
have
back
thawed
and
out.
forth.
Ah, I see.
Defrosted.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I holler down the open cellar door. Is that what I think it is?
Unfortunately.
Oh God. I'll be back. Don't stay down there alone. And I like run out the front door to go.
Don't stay down there alone. Immediately takes off, so I'm alone.
Yeah, 100%.
She does not have the brain cell.
No. This.
Yeah.
It's all action, no thought. Like I run back out, and kind of get an eye at the courtyard again, and I yell, "Rizzy!"
Yeah. Well, what's does Rizzy like need to? Do you want like? Are we gonna
I'm
hand
supposed
wave?
to pay attention. I don't know where you are.
Yeah, like
So,
Rizzy like running to the Residize to get blankets and or
Yeah, I'll say that
Clothes.
you like explain the situation to Larry, and he tosses you some blankets and towels.
Okay. And yeah, Rizzy's probably like she'll knock on the post office door to see if Corvin's up, but if not, she's gonna be making a beeline back.
He is up studying.
Uh, Corvin, if you don't mind, I'm just we've got a little bit of an issue here. I hate to interrupt you, but if you have any blankets, any glassware, any spare clothes or fabric, got a little bit of a situation out here.
I have drop cloths that we use to gather the various bird droppings.
I mean, you know what? If some of these people are frozen, so that's probably it's probably good to get them off of the cold ground. So yeah,
I should have one that's clean. Try to alternate them.
Oh well, I mean, if you got any spare, it's no rush. It's just people are dealing with hypothermia.
And I also have a sweater.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't want to take the clothes off your back.
Oh, I'm not wearing it. It's not sweater weather yet. But I can lend you a spare if you want.
Sure.
And he goes into like one of the dressers in here, and he pulls out like a gray sweater, and then he whispers something to his familiar that flies up and comes down with a very poop-stained drop cloth.
Thank you. And just so you know, like handing to the familiar, just in case you see this, we've been putting these flyers all around town with the watch's permission. If you just be careful if you see any sort of portals open up, just you can let us know, or the Wizard Owl, and just if you have a buddy to help you watch, like when you're sleeping or whatever.
He kind of looks at his familiar and looks at you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I hope that wasn't too forward. I mean, I wasn't asking like that. I
thought you meant my. I thought you meant Raven.
Yeah. And like Rizzy's like sort of twiddling her thumbs. Yes, that's exactly what I meant. But I think I need to go check on the Lusitania, the Lualuans, the Lanfairlinguinguel.
Yes, go check on your Lusitania.
Oh gosh! In the north, everybody has like Welsh names that are 37 syllables.
Yeah, all consonants, no vowels allowed.
Nope, just all F's, W's, Y's, and T's.
Yep.
But a beautiful language, Welsh. You know.
Yep.
I have strong opinions. I think the UK should only be able to use Welsh as their official language from now on.
You know what? I could live with that.
Yeah, you know. I think it'd be a fitting, like an appropriate thing for British people to deal with. Anyway, sorry, I'm back and thank Corvin profusely and say that I'll take you to not dinner, not like that, but like I owe you one.
Oh. Yes, food. Food is always good.
Yes, I have the same opinion of food. Good evening and stay safe.
You too, and food, yes, good.
Yes. And Rizzy is just extremely embarrassed, and she's shuffling back, probably around the same time Mal's yelling out. And
okay, so you have this poop-covered burlap in your arms as you leave the Raven's Tower.
Yeah, probably put the poop side down, but if we need, I've got more blankets and stuff. How are things over there?
It's cold?
Well, sorry.
I'm running towards you and towards the group of like guards as well. So
Are the Lewins okay?
maybe they're defrosting right now. There's another portal, and just oh god, I left Ilandir alone.
Portal?
Again, yeah.
In their house?
Yeah. And that's not good.
Did you give them any cider? That might help them warm up.
They were still a little too frosty before then.
Yeah, they were mostly just a ice when I left. You know, I got a fire going. I did that.
I mean, there is cider still left. As Rizzy's saying as she's running over to give some.
So I like I pull my cup back out again and like fill it up and like run back towards them. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, no, definitely. Like, it's a good idea. Follow me. Like, come look at that portal. And I run back.
While
yelling at
Maladov was
you.
gone, I did come back up out of the basement, and I'm monitoring their defrosting.
Okay, you see that they are starting to get defrosted enough that they can move a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you try and
Okay.
help the ice, like help chip the ice off of them?
Yeah, that,
Okay.
and I think I got my towel back, so I'm offering that because
Yeah,
a
you-
never wet towel is great.
Yeah, it's very handy. Oh,
Mhm.
thank you. I have no idea what happened. We were, and then the elven man says, "Well, you were going to bring some of those old keepsakes down to the basement, and some stuff ambushed us."
It looks like you had a portal open up in your basement.
A what?
Yeah, portal big, like 3 foot or so, violet, and yeah, things came out of it.
They kind of both look at each other.
I just kind of point to the ambient glow coming out of their basement right now because I didn't shut the door, and it's
Yeah.
portal.
I told you that we shouldn't have taken your Aunt Sharon's pottery. Well, who else was going to take it? We can resell it for a good price. I told you there was nothing good that would come out of you taking that pottery.
What's this about pottery?
His Aunt Sharon left us a bunch of pottery in her will, and it takes up space, and always had this weird energy, and never liked it. Nobody's going to buy it.
Well, what is it?
Ugly. That's why. Hey, it's very nice. I mean, by the standards of her day. Even back then, it wasn't nice pottery.
I'm not sure it's connected. We've had portals like this in the tavern, in caves, in the... Oh, I wasn't supposed to talk about the cave. That's not...
They kind of look at each other. Your secret is safe with us, because we don't really know what the hell you're talking about.
That works for me.
Dove definitely
No.
like runs in the front door
Yeah.
and with like carrying this like giant cup of cider. Like, have cider.
It's a big old mug. Hot tea.
Yeah. And I'm like anxious, like handing them my disgusting coffee stained cup. Like, here, like, drink that.
Has some crabs still hanging onto it as they kind of awkwardly take it. Is this some sort of potion?
I don't think so. No. But
Okay, good.
it's
Yeah. Rizzy's probably like, leaving like common clothes and blankets. Like, I'm guessing Killian probably has things handled with his guards, like they're warmed up enough to start being able to change themselves and
Yeah.
whatnot.
I'll say that you see that Larry has invited them in and let them kind of use one of the unoccupied rooms to change into fresh clothing after they finish toweling off.
And yeah, Rizzy's making sure to grab. She's not gonna forget her cider jug. For sure.
Okay, good.
And coming in saying, we apologize about the disturbance. As you might have heard from my colleagues, there's this infestation around town. Creatures coming in through people's basements, usually with that light, kind of what color is it again? Like purplish?
Purplish, like a
Violet,
silvery
yeah.
violet.
Yeah, they are creating doorways, one-way doors, somehow, that lead to people's basements so they can be pests.
Huh.
Just
Yeah, Rizzy, there's a 3-foot one downstairs.
well,
Who are you people, by the way? Are you with the town guard? And they're kind of like looking at you. Like,
we're freelancers. We're what are we calling ourselves? Boot Soup Consortium.
The boot soup crew.
Yes.
I call myself Illandir, but
I'm Rizzy.
Yeah, you could call me Maladove or Crab Lady. I respond pretty well to both.
okay, well, I'm Evandal, and this is Josh.
Very nice to meet you. How
We've-
long has this light been coming out of your basement?
I mean, we don't go down there too often. I mean, only to bring down the junk we were left. Haven't gone down there in probably at least 2 weeks.
Interesting. Okay. Well, maybe you should dust more frequently, and then you would know when there is a disturbing change in your basement.
I really don't think we should be blaming the victims here.
Duff does not even think of it that way. Like,
Well,
See
we
how
dust.
he's
just saying.
We dust this floor and the top floor and just not the basement because, well, stuff in the
Who
basement
dusts
is useless and ugly. It's really not that useless. You can drink from the pottery. But we have
The
nice
pottery
cups.
with strange energy, you drink from it?
I mean, yeah, you can.
You can, but
Well.
should you?
Rizzy, for one thing, Rizzy also says, this is just, by the way, this is just regular cider, just warm cider. No worries. No, I heard you oversay potions. And
Oh, we just wanted to make sure it wasn't from Sheila.
about the pottery, if you're looking for someone to offload it, I mean, I do collect. Just saying.
Oh, okay.
Happy.
Well,
After this is all sorted.
Yeah, when we fall out, we might get in touch with you and see if we can get that off our hands. We can make use of it. Have we used it in the 2 years we've lived here? No. So they're just
I mean-
bickering back and forth.
They are handmade goods, right?
Oh,
Rizzy's
yes.
sort of, she's dabbing her mouth with a handkerchief. Artisanal, would you say?
I mean, yeah, but... I mean, she wasn't like a professional. She was, a hobbyist.
We all
Aunt
start
Sharon.
somewhere. Yeah, Rizzy is doing her best to keep composed, but this sounds very delicious to her. Just she loved to bite into some pottery.
Some weird pottery from Aunt Sharon that nobody wants.
She has a hunger for tchotchkes.
Yep.
But I can do you think maybe I could go see if Bed Bath & Beyond's still open maybe and get a mage in the mix?
Maybe between this and the one in the tavern, I'm starting to have real concerns.
Yeah. This might have to figure out some way to suppress this or ward against it for the time being. Hopefully I'll know something.
Hopefully.
And maybe after that we could start checking, maybe door to door. Well, depending on what Al says. And what do y'all think?
Yeah, I mean,
That's great.
works for me. There's not much I can do with a sealed portal, so...
Guys, I have to step out for a second because I can hear my daughter out there yelling, so I'll be...
Oh, okay. Crab Lady has to tend to her crabs.
Mhm.
But, the human says, well, it wasn't much of an issue until we opened up the trap door. Seems like these things weren't able to, get the trap door open. Mind you, we had a table over it. And a rug.
Mm-hmm. That would make sense. No,
Um,
and it's
Oh, I was just going to ask, was it just the thing with the eyes, or did you see any other, like holding up the flyer, showing off like the flumps? Did you see anything like this?
No. Just, I think, some eyeball thing.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I hate to say this, Captain, but I think this might not just be an infestation. This somebody or something, like saying this sort of in hushed tones to avoid scaring the owners of this house. Maybe someone or something sending these things here. I think your town's in danger.
You say that to them?
Just to
to
kill
the
you.
captain in hushed tones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Avoid.
I didn't realize that Killian was still here. Okay.
Well, I thought everybody was. Were they changing, or were they still getting warm? Sorry.
Oh, I
can
thought
go
that
find-
I thought that you went to go to the Lewin's house and left the guards in the town square.
Oh, I thought you said that the guards went into the Lewin's house to get changed.
Oh no, they went into the tavern to get changed.
Oh, okay. In that
Yeah.
case, then Rizzy's gonna go find Captain Killian and say what she just said.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure the Lewins are okay for the night, and then catch up with Rizzy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they agree that they're going to put their heaviest sofa on top of that trapdoor.
That sounds wise.
Yeah. Yeah, they look nervous. They're like, yeah, we're probably not going to sleep much tonight.
Understandable. In the morning, we'll bring somebody by to take a look at that portal and try to get some more knowledge around it.
And it might be good to try to sleep in shifts insofar as that's possible. We're over at the Rested Eyes.
Okay. Good to know.
And then yeah, Rizzy's gonna go tell Captain Killian. I think your town's in danger. Ilandir, do you and Mal want to go get the wizard? I think I might need to talk to the captain a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm willing to make that run.
Okay.
So I'll head over to the bed bath.
Okay, I'll say that you and Dove head over there. So, Rizzy, what do you want to tell Killian?
I mean, what I was saying earlier about I think your town might be in danger. I think because these are multiple creatures that have started coming over, different types of creatures that, as far as I can tell, normally would not hunt together. Insofar as they exist in each other's ecosystems. Can't speak for beholders, but we're usually not on the menu for flumps. So I think someone or something is deliberately sending creatures through. I have my colleagues going to get the Wizard Owl to help, because he seems to know quite a bit more about these portals. But I think your town's in danger, and I think something or someone is deliberately doing this here for reasons that I can't deduce as of yet.
Do you have any idea who could do this? Or who would want to?
As far as who could, I mean, I'm sure Al could give more better description, but some sort of high-level mage. I believe probably a conjurer would be the type of mage, like the type of magic that's involved. It seems to connect to a different plane from us. So again, that kind of planar magic is high-level stuff. But as to why is
Yeah, that's a big question. I mean, our town doesn't have too many enemies or anything. I mean, the only people I could think of are people in rival types of cloth trade.
and any any rival weavers who are high level mages, probably maybe not a lot of bleed over there.
Yeah, not a whole lot that I know of.
That's more of a transmutation magic, I think, than conjuration. But
Well, I know that there's supposed to be some sort of magic-y folk up in Mylarel, but I don't know. Different types of cloth. They
What
work more in
kind-
silk. We work more in the stone sea. We're a bit more practical than them.
Mylarol, you say?
Yeah, it's about a few hours travel to the north of here. They work with silk so strong that you could supposedly weave it into armor even. Very highly guarded, very expensive. We focus more on making clothes and stuff for the everyday people here. Oh, hey, Megan's back.
Hi.
And
Yeah.
I mean, are they known for their magecraft by chance? If you don't mind me asking.
Not necessarily that I've heard of. I just know that they make the steel silk there, and that's about it.
And this is going to be a weird question, but have you or any of your subordinates mentioned having like strange dreams by chance?
You know, in the past few nights, don't recall having dreamt of anything. Not even, the usual, like running late for work and realizing that I'm wearing my underpants or something. Nothing.
Well, interesting. Pardon me for asking that. It's just I noticed at the tavern here, a number of people right before the first infestation we know of happened reported having similar dreams, possibly some sort of effect of the parasites trying to. Oh dear. Well, if just so you know, the Lewins are up and at 'em, and if it's okay with you, I'm going to make sure that these flyers get around town indicating that people should use the buddy system, be safe at night. All these attacks, not all of them,
Sure, yeah.
and I think I think it might be good to talk to Al about maybe reinforcements or something, because this seems to be a bigger problem than we initially thought.
Yeah, if this problem is as bad as you say it is, then you might even want to look to get in some reinforcements from the capital.
Oh, absolutely. Do you know, is there some way to requisition that? Is there someone we need to reach out to?
I mean, that would probably be between me and the mayor, I would think.
Okay. Well, I can go. Sorry.
I can see if I can set up a meeting with her tomorrow, and you can work on getting those flyers up.
Okay. And I can make sure that that Corvin knows, so that we can, any correspondence that needs to be sent out to the capital gets there ASAP.
Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah, he could definitely mark it as priority mail.
And Rizzy's probably going to grab another, maybe if there's a dresser or a table or something, try to move the table to help further block that trapdoor that we know about in the tavern.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely move. There's a bench. It's definitely unwieldy, and it would definitely be out of place there. But you can move it with some help from Larry and Trish and everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing to the captain. One other thing, they tend to come through the basement, so we might. You know what? I think I'll have an addendum to the flyer. If we can secure people's basements, their cellar doors, that might help protect against the things that happened tonight. Because the Lewins, the fact that their trapdoor was opened was what seemed to be precipitating the attack.
Good to know. Good to know. I'll get the word out. And thank you. We'll talk tomorrow about compensation for this work.
Oh, okay. Sure. And let me top off your cider here before I start looking for my comrades.
Okay.
Rizzy over here redefining full service bartending.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, just give us a holler. And Rizzy's going to be like running out the door.
Okay.
I like that Rizzy's always setting the expectation real high so that mine is really low.
Okay, so the other two of you are going to go over to Wizard Al and loop him in on this.
Yeah.
So you see that his shop, the front part that has the shop in it, is dark and closed for the night.
Okay.
But you do see a light on in the back.
I will head directly towards where there is light and pound on whatever entry there is.
Okay, there is a window.
Oh,
And,
okay.
and you can see that there's like a sheer curtain in front of it.
Okay. Do I see any movement at all? Or just lights on?
Yeah, I'll say that you see some movement inside.
Okay. I'll do a little rappa-tappa-tappa on the glass.
You hear some sort of slight clamoring, and then you see the window open and George pops out. Oh, hi? Can I help you?
I mean, maybe. Where's, is Al around? We're just,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know-
he's busy working on some stuff.
Well, we're just discovering new portals all the time, and I really feel like I should probably tell him about it.
Let me see if I can get him.
Thanks.
Go around the front and I'll talk to him.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sounds great. Swing around the front of the building.
Okay. And
I turn to Ilandir as we are walking too, and I'm like, do you think we should go back to see the mayor again?
If we don't, then the captain of the guard will. So
I just think that, a few hours ago we were trying to keep all this hush-hush, and now we're passing out flyers, and we haven't ever talked to her again.
someone's doing flyers?
Yeah, I think we've seen Rizzy's flyers, I believe.
I was up on the roof when the whole flyer thing went down.
That's right, you are. Yeah, there's flyers going out. Something Rizzy kind of drummed up, and they're starting to, and I probably can like point. There's probably one somewhere near us.
yeah, there is one that has been taped to the window of the Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah.
Just in the town square, City Hall alone has one wall that's just covered in flyers.
Like, not that I know you've given gold out for people to pass these out, but it's working. These flyers are.
Yeah, we should probably have a conversation about that.
Right.
At
so,
least, I mean,
Right.
in terms of bad, now I don't feel so bad about dropping a hint that there's a portal in the cave system, because
Yeah.
well, when they're turning up in people's basements, it's going to be pretty hard to scare them with the fact that we, have one in a cave.
Yeah.
It's a little less close to home, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, sure. I'm just saying, I feel better about myself now.
Yeah, all is relative. All is relative.
Yeah. Yeah. So, And then I still want to talk to Al first, though, obviously. But yeah, let's see what Al's got to say about all this, and then maybe rope her back in.
Okay. So
Also,
George.
Last time we saw her, I like that lady.
Okay. So you see George turn on the light inside and opens the door, and you see Al stride into the shop. He's wearing a dressing gown and a sleep cap instead of his wizard's hat. And, yeah. So, you said this was something important. What's
yeah.
happening?
We found 2 more portals, and they're in town.
2 more portals. And he kind of looks over to where his portal is, looks at you. You're certain that they're portals?
They're the same thing with the not being able to pass through. Same light. We had creatures in the middle of town square. If they're not portals, I don't know what they could be. Granted, I'm not an expert on portals, so.
Well, it seems like every time we find a portal, it's a worse creature coming out at this point.
Yeah.
And my concern is that every time we find them, it gets weirder and weirder. So I don't know what's going to come out of the next one, but I am almost certain there'll be another one.
I certainly hope not, but that's different.
Yeah, we've got a portal over at the tavern, and we've got a portal at the Lewins, and
who knows where in the next.
Mhm.
Would it be reasonable to say Rizzy's getting within earshot of them? Because she can, be holding out of her bag the gazer, for Al to see, like as she's running up.
I'll say that between the time that it took Al to leave his workshop and be convinced to go and open up the shop again, I'll say, yeah, you could have finished what you were doing.
Yeah, these creatures have been coming through a similar kind of phenomenon with their eyes, red and green. But yeah, as you can see, they were able to freeze some people, and I'm guessing they could have done things that are even worse.
He kind of looks at the gazer and can I see that for a second?
Sure.
And he picks it up, and you see him start to mutter something, and his eyes glow purple, and his hands glow purple where he touches the creature. He says, "Oh, so this is a gazer."
Yeah.
It's you know what a beholder is? A giant, big ol' eyeball monster?
The Rizzy sings a little couplet of a song in Elvish about the beholder who loved staring at themselves in the mirror until they turned themselves to stone. You're saying like this is a smaller one of those?
Yeah. It's
like
kind of like a baby. Like, beholders can create other beholders from their dreams. Sometimes when their dreams get a little weird, or they just have a little daydream, you get a gazer instead of a beholder.
Dreams.
Well, a beholder's dreams?
Yeah. Beholder dreams make more beholders. Or gazers, in this case, I guess.
But not flumps. Right.
No. I don't really know where flumps come from. Never really gave it much thought.
Do we think that I might have accidentally already floated this by the guard captain? Tomorrow we're getting a meeting with the mayor set up, and if you can join us, of course.
The
that would be
mayor?
much. Yeah.
Me and
Yes.
Illidir are like friends with the mayor.
We've met her once.
Yeah, but we're very good. She was very nice, and she told us to stop by any time. She did tell us that.
Well, we've got the town guard to back us up here in case reinforcements need to be sent from the capital. But do you
Sorry.
think, Al, with the circumstances and the shared red and green eyes, do you think someone or something might be deliberately creating these portals and sending these creatures through?
He puts his hand on his chin and scratches. I could see that happening. It's not beyond possibility. I just don't know why they would. Why here? Why these things?
Who would even be capable of creating these kinds of portals?
I kind of tug Rizzy on the elbow and whisper, "Do you want to tell him about the book?"
Oh. I think we found something that might be related to it in the caves, and Rizzy's handing over the
The book in an e-girl sock.
Yes.
The book in a giant ogre-sized e-girl sock.
Yeah.
This is getting better by the session.
Yeah, it is like fit for an orc e-girl.
Okay, I am here for thick orc e-girl sock. Just
Yes.
She's decided what my next character will be.
Yes. So you pull it
I
out
don't
of
know
this.
if we have any of this in the comments yet, but if you have the ability to, please, I need this.
Yeah. Yep. So he takes the book and he looks at it and flips it open. All of a sudden, he starts chanting something. And his eyes first glow the familiar purple that you expected. And then they go pure black and start smoking. And he just drops the book and it clatters to the ground. And with that, I think that's a good place to end our session for the night.
Oh god, what?
Yeah.
Why would you do that to us?
No!
Why do you do that?
You had to see that coming. Or something coming.
I mean, ah.
You're welcome.
I'm such a giver.
Yeah.
Anyway, to our chat, what chat we have,
Yeah.
I need thick orc e-girl. Just
Yes.
send it to me.
Please. And if anybody is interested in joining as a guest to play said thick orc e-girl, we will accept new players only if you are willing to play a thick orc e-girl.
I mean, I absolutely know somebody who would adore the chance to play a
That's
thick orc
amazing.
girl. Amber, if you're listening, if you're watching, I don't think she is, and I'm not sure if she's free around this time. But
I can wait. I mean, that is something that I would wait
Yeah.
for it to be true and done. I would be patient.
Yeah.
yes,
So,
Yeah, because I was like thinking, how can a book fit in a sock? Has to be a big sock.
right?
Mhm.
I like
yes.
it. I like it very much.
I just thought that there was something with a rib design in it so you could stretch
Yeah,
it a
very.
little bit.
It is very stretchy, but you can tell that this is made for thick thighs that possibly save, possibly end lives.
Big thighs. and
Nope,
lives.
I'm here
No
for
lives.
mommy. Just
Yeah.
I can't be having these thoughts.
Yeah.
Look it
And
up.
with that, I think that we are on for next week. If everything goes as planned, and hopefully we will have a smoother start to our next session, whenever that will be.
Absolutely.
And hopefully I will be over this hell flu. And if
Yay.
not, I hope that I at least have some trippy dreams that lead to some cool D&D ideas. Because that's how I came up with this whole game. The Dungeons and
Fever
Dreamquests. Yeah, it was a NyQuil fueled fever dream.
I love that.
Those are the best.
Yeah, it was trippy, and I just started to write and write and write.
There it
and-
was.
Yep, then
Beautiful.
it happened. That was like 4 or 5 years ago.
It's amazing. I love
Yeah.
it.
Well, I will see you all when I see ya. Hopefully next week.
Yay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Okay. And we are also, if you missed the full show or you want to send it to a friend, we upload to YouTube and we upload to as a podcast. So you can find us wherever you get your podcasts. And yeah, stay nerdy. Bye.